Ok, ya saben que vamos a estar en 5 minutos, vamos a empezar a hablar con él. So, mientras tanto, 5 minutitos para seguir aquí activo. Gracias a cada uno de los que están. Le estoy adviértale, ustedes que están ahí, adviértale a los otros, Iden Barber, Ariel, Arnold, Eduard, Gold Barber, Robin, Chepe, Robin, déjenle saber a todos los demás que en 5 minutos voy a estar hablando inglés, que me van a estar haciendo una entrevista como yo hago de barbero a barbero, pero obviamente él va a estar haciéndome las preguntas a través de el teléfono y solamente yo lo voy a grabar. Ustedes, por favor, encárguense de decirle a los demás que no es que yo no les quiera contestar, es que me van a estar entrevistando y voy a hacer en inglés, eso ya lo sabe. Ok, bueno, ya tengo que llamarlo ya voy a llamarlo ya mismito en 5 minutos. Saludo a todos, saludos. Ok, ok. Chris, oh, thank you, man. Thank you. At least you know how to talk English too. All right, and then if anybody knows English, just beware that I'm just gonna be on talking with. They're gonna be interviewing me, my friend MMA Barber. So definitely, thank you. I appreciate everybody. Chris, thank you, man. Gracias a todos los demás. Que si estoy nervioso, un poquito, porque es que son, ¿cómo te digo? Es otra persona también. Yo sé que es igual que yo, pero siempre, usualmente yo soy el que entrevisto a los demás y ahora que me entrevistan a mí, pues se viró la tortilla. Este, y pues nada, estamos aquí, vamos en 3 minutos, vamos a estar a llamarlo en 3 minutos. En 3 minutos, llamarlo, 2 minutos. Saludo a todos. Daniel Morales, Gus, saludos desde México. Marco, usted es el mejor. Marco Villa, usted igualmente el mejor. Jeff, tengo un problema. ¿Qué pasa cuando la cuchilla de la Baby Bliss Pro interna se mueve y se escuchan de sola? No sabría decirle porque a mí no me ha pasado eso todavía. Yo no uso, la única que yo uso nueva y mucho así es la Baby Bliss color oro y no me ha dado problema. A pesar de que no corta todo tipo de pelo, no me ha dado problema. ¿Cómo es el canal de YouTube del entrevistador, el que me va a entrevistar? MMA Barber Live. I de puntito, F, E. Okay? And I'm about to call him. Ahora voy a llamarlo.
Eight five 081932242 is not available.
Saludo a todos, saludo a todos. Ya estamos. Me dijo que la llamara a las 10:15. Lo estoy llamando del teléfono de mi hijo. Quizás no conoce el número y es quizás como yo. Número que no conoce, número que no. Dice número no disponible. Yo tampoco estoy disponible. Saluda a todos los 34 que están sintonizados. Sí, no, es que le dije él me dijo a las 9. Vamos a llamarlo una vez más, porque tampoco quiero molestarlo, porque cuando viene a ver no está ready. No, todavía parece que no está ready. Bueno, mientras tanto, si él no me llama, yo lo seguiré llamando. Vamos a darle un brequecito porque cuando viene a ver no está ready. No, Julio, descansa, papi. Hacho Acere, oye Acere, tienes que descansar. Mañana otro día, si Dios lo permite. Dice Edward que te lo cuenta todo mañana. Edward, gracias por ayer lo que hablamos. De verdad que eso ayudó. Usted me recordó un poquito ahí a Julio. Julio es como le dije en el video, en el coso. Julio es mi mano derecha y se ha ganado más que mi respeto. Y hay muchos por aquí también. Muchos de los panchos, los que le digo los panchos, saben quiénes son. Jeffrey, ¿cómo puede ser parte de los panchos? Bueno, que ayude a cada cual con los comentarios de las otras personas cuando yo no puedo. Si ya ustedes saben cómo yo soy, ayudar a los demás con los comentarios. A Reylin 69, ¿qué es lo que, bro? Tranquilo. Saludo a Uruguay, a Juan Marrero y a todos los demás. Oh, me están llamando. Hello?
Hello, I'm returning this call.
Yeah. That's me, Jeffrey.
Okay. Jeffrey, that came in for an interview earlier.
Was that?
Is this the guy that came in for the interview earlier?
Hello?
Hello.
Yep.
So, now, I'm lost. How do I know you?
Oh, I don't know. I think I probably dialed the wrong number, to tell you the truth. Is this 850-819-3243?
No, 3242.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's not a problem, man.
All right. Thank you. All right. Tenía el número equivocado, los nervios me están traicionando. So 850-819-2 4 3. Okay. Hopefully this is it. MA? Hello? Yes, yes. You don't even know. I got it all on live streaming. You give me the number, and I don't know if it was that because I was nervous or what. I dialed the wrong number, and the guy picked up, and I thought it was you. And he's and the guy was like, "Are you the guy for the interview?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." And he's like, "I don't get it." And I'm like, and then I say, "Is this the number? Is this? This is like, no, I think you got the wrong number."
That's funny.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
That's what. So, everybody, todos estamos en vivo con el Barbero, con Yo Lo Hago Barbero. I guess, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué gente?
Ah, there you go, there you go. Ahí están oyéndolo. Ahí está hablando español. That's good, man. Yeah, man. I like it. You see, you know more Spanish than I know how to speak English, man.
No, trust me. If my Spanish was as good as your English, I'd be a lot better right now.
Hey, I'm curious, and forgive me if I ask you real name, man.
Uh-oh, you're trying to break the internet right now. Okay.
No, because I know M.A. Barber or I do it Barber. I know, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just, or how you want me to call you or refer you as, you know?
Okay. Me llaman en la barbería Nueva York.
Nueva York. Okay, that's why it makes sense. Nueva York. So that means that you're from New York.
No.
No?
No. Nací en Chicago.
Okay.
Sí.
Oh, so
I
from.
need to stop speaking Spanish. I need to stop speaking. Listen, speaking it because everyone's gonna be like so confused.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's your interview. So yeah, let's keep talking over here in English and don't worry. So New York, man. Nice to meet you, New York, and thank you for having me on your channel. I mean, and your interview. And Chicago, huh? I'm from the '90s, so the Chicago Bulls. It was a big era for me, man.
Oh, yeah. What year was you born?
1977.
Oh, okay. So you're like 41, 42?
That's right. Yeah, October 21st. I'll be 42.
When is your birthday?
October 21st.
That's crazy. Mine is the 26th.
The what?
The 26th.
Is yours?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Almost there.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I think that makes you a Scorpio, right?
No, I'm Libra. A Libra.
You're like right at the cutoff.
At the cutoff. That's right.
Yeah, dang, it's too bad. Too bad. Oh, look, everyone's surprised that my name is New York. Yeah, that's what everyone calls me New York in the barber world. My family doesn't call me New York. I've never been to New York. Obviously, I'm not from New York, so it's funny when people ask me the question or they hear my name or something. They're like, huh? But I tell them the story why, and then they laugh and they're like, okay, I get it.
So New York, but it fits you. It fits you somehow. You know, when I saw the test, even right here when I saw it, it says New York, And I'm like, okay, but I know we gotta have like a regular name too. But I'm like, I don't want to assume that it's that. But then you got the other one that is what's the other one that you go in Instagram is I do it Barber, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do a barber.
I do it Barber, and then on YouTube is the MMA, and then so you used to do stuff boxing.
Yeah, MMA. Yeah, I used to fight MMA years ago. Yeah, years ago. The good old days.
How come you're not doing no more?
Because injuries, man. You know what happens when you get old? You know your body starts breaking down. That's basically why I stopped, because I had so many injuries. I would do like a fight camp, get injured, have another one injured. Like I remember there was a streak, 3 years I was injured for 3 years. I would have like something would always happen. It was once it was my knee, one time I broke a rib, another time I tweaked my shoulder, one time I tweaked my back, and then it was just like injuries after injury after injury, and then that stuff gets quite expensive after a while, and I was just like, that's it. Like no more.
And now let me ask you: do you was doing while you were doing that, you were cutting hair too? Obviously not at the same time, but I'm saying like in your free time, you were still cutting like that when you were doing the MMA. No.
No. Like man, that was like, oh man, Barber wasn't even nowhere near.
Really?
Like nowhere near the picture. Not even close.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, where do you live now?
I've been living here in Methuen, Massachusetts. That's like maybe 30 minutes from Boston.
Ah, okay, you're up there in the cold.
Oh yeah, you better believe it, man. I'm not looking forward for that.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you were in Florida.
I was at Florida. That's crazy because I was in Florida. I never been to Florida. I've been to Virginia because that's where my wife's family is from. Well, she was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and raised, and then the family moved to Virginia and Virginia Beach last year, and then her brother bought a house in Florida, and we went not Florida actually, it was Tampa. I call it Florida, the same thing, but down there, and it was pretty nice, man. But yeah, man, I wish I was living down there.
Yeah, that's crazy. So like, I was watching like your channel, your videos and stuff, and I see you have a very unique setup. It seems like you just get at your crib.
Yeah, this is what's going on, right? I was cutting from '97 until 2017 in barbershops, and I always wanted to do my own little thing, and on 2012 I came out with an idea to make a mobile barbershop, and on 2016 I got a Mercedes Sprinter with those with a high roof, and I converted into a mobile barbershop. And then instead of opening my own shop, I did that idea, and everything went smooth. And then I started thinking, the stuff about not every barber out there, to be realistically talking, they're responsible. Some of them they complain, and then when it's time to collect the money or pay the owner the part, I've seen that firsthand for those 20 years, and I was like, I know that I'm responsible. The first thing that I have ready is my rent and my chair for whatever, but not everybody's like that. I'm not saying everybody is like that too. So I was like, I know I could deal with myself, so I need to find something that I'm gonna be able to, it works for me, that I'll be able to handle myself. The rent here was a little too expensive. I could still heck it, but I was like, you know what? I gotta. And then the idea was like, what about if all I need is this simple space and this and that, and then the idea of the mobile barbershop came out, and it turned out really, really well, real good. But as you know, sometimes
People want the service, but when you tell them how much the service costs, they're like, and and kind of right there, it was like to a point. Okay, I still make it happen, but you got to come to me to that point because you got to work. You got to be 50-50. I mean, I'm already doing a convenience that you don't have to get out and out of your house. I come to you. I gotta stuck in traffic. I gotta spend gas and all that. So then, where I was located, where I was in the location that I was located, the parking situation, they already allow me to park there, but it was a lot of condos. So people coming in and outside of the van, it did kind of look a little bit, like fishy. And so I said, you know what, I gotta look for another location where it's rent a house or something that it has less people around it. And I found this place where I'm living right now. And the parking place, it was beautiful because it's a perfect spot, the parking, and only two houses across, and it's right in the middle of where everybody, all my clients, since they know me for 20 years, they could still come and have plenty of parking. So everything was working fine. But then how you said it, since it's very cold here in winter, the only thing that it was still really, that I was still working on it, on the mobile barbershop, it was the heater. And that van, I could not let I could still, have it on. And I did have a generator and all that, and all the batteries and all the whistles and whatever. But the heater, it was, in order for me to have it on, I still have to run it. And there was time that when it was a lot of snow here, in order for me to get out, I could have been stuck. So the other solution that I had, it was me connecting it to the house and use electric heater. But then the electric heater, it will skyrocket. And well, to make the story short and not to bore anybody out there, one time when I was coming down through the garage, I noticed that my garage, and it has electric heater and everything, and without the electric heater being on, it was real nice and warm. I'm like, man, this is warm. And then one time the alternator on my van went away, and I was like, I have to take it to the mechanic, and I can't stop working. What I'm gonna do now? So in that pressure right there, I was like, you know what? Let me open the garage door, put the barber chair inside of the garage, and go back to the old school basic. And that's what I did. And unfortunately, they fixed it within 2 days, but it gave me an idea. I was like, wow, I've been doing the YouTube recording in barbershop, and I got the space that I need, and this is not working in one side, even though it did work and my vision and everything came out perfectly. I was like, but in the other hand, this is more space, it's more warm, and this and that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna hook it up really nice. And in order to give me when I do something, I go with that saying, go big or go home. And so I did it. And I did the setup here in my garage, and I've been here, by the grace of God, I've been here 2 years, and it's been going lovely.
That's what's up, man. The setup, I must say, it looks nice. It really looks nice. And like at first glance, you wouldn't tell. But then I looked closer, I was like, I saw garage doors, I was like, wow, it's like a garage door. I was like, yeah, you tricked it out nice too.
Thank you.
Nice setup there.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious though.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm curious. I have a question.
Sure.
And I'm not sure if this was you or not, but years ago, before I even moved to Texas and wanted to become a barber, I was watching a video of someone that was doing the mobile barber shop, and they had a video on YouTube. Was this you?
I mean, I came into I did my, you know how you said you do the blueprint? Like, I have a vision, and right away when I have a vision, I went to a lot of dealers, and I took video inside. I took my family, and I did a video of the new, at that time it was 2012, and I went to the dealer and I recorded myself, and I put it all together like how I want my barbershop to look, so that way I could keep that idea. But in reality, I thought that I was the only one with the idea. Little did I know, I had my friend, he followed me, and I talked with him. Great barber. and he has. If my barber, my mobile barber shop was nice, the setup. This guy, when I found out about him, I was like, hold on a second. My man Twain caught up. He's from Los Angeles in Hollywood, and probably the one that you see maybe is him. If not him, probably I'd be on the. I was the number 6 or 7. But yeah, probably. I got a lot of videos on my mobile barbershop on my channel too.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's a cool idea. A lot of people like the idea of doing mobile, but then they don't like. Some people don't like the execution of it. But then I didn't even think about what you were saying and what happens when the car breaks down.
That's the thing, because you got that's exactly you hit it right in the point. You see, a lot of people, the execution part, there's a lot of people that procrastinate, and me, I used to be like that, and sometimes that's what hold you procrastinating too much. But at the same time, you will not know the unknown if you don't do it. And if you do know that it's gonna have all that, then you don't do it. You know what I mean? But it was something that I don't regret, and if I could do it again, I'll probably do it. But it have to work. I have to go to a place or like a business areas, like office building. Those people, they don't have that time to go to barbershop like that. It will work like that, but for in the area that I'm from right here, it's just it's the hood, so it's different. And I spent quite a bit, not only time, effort, and not going to vacation and nowhere, and save up money and got it done. But at the same time, when it was all done and everybody saw it, they were like, wow, they some people, they call me crazy at first. That's not gonna work, and it did work. But the part, once again, when the reality check, when the car break down, because rip and tear, it's gonna happen, and then that's when it's a balance. It takes, just like a barbershop, stuff is gonna break too in the barbershop, but it's not so much than a car, because in a car you're gonna be constantly moving. So especially a big vehicle like the Sprinter, and so yeah, that and the gas and traffic and all that, it kind of slowed down. And if I would have now I know, so I know for next time what to do and now what to tweak. But so far I love it right here where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I bet you do. You're right there by your house. Like you walk out the door.
Dude, it's the best, man. It's just awesome. It's just to know that I could work. I like to get up early, man. I like to be already by working 8 in the morning. And if I feel people coming right now, I'll probably be cutting hair right now too. But at the same time, I still have to have a balance. I got two beautiful kids. My wife is Filipina, born in Baltimore, Maryland, and we've been together for 22 years. And I got 2 big boys, and how the barber life is. It's too much. It's working a lot, and especially being out there in barbershop. It was a great experience for many years, and I was already making somebody's dream come true, like the owner of the barbershops. And it's all right, but I was like, man, I want to become my own boss and my own thing, and I want to be not only that, but I want to be able to spend time more with my family. So what better than be here? Someone doesn't come that I have by appointment, I could be like, you know what? Let me go upstairs. Call the next person. If they don't show up, I go upstairs, eat, spend some time with my kids or my family, and then I come back right down. And then another thing, I don't have to get out in the snow, clean the snow, none of that. I don't have to spend gas on the. I mean, my wife used the truck. I give the money and she could do whatever with that car and put the gas. But what I'm saying is, I don't have to. I don't have those between going out to eat. I'm here. I could go upstairs and fix myself a sandwich or whatever, and come down and do it again. And yeah, it's comfortable. It's really, really comfortable. And I thought differently, because I've been doing what you're doing. I've been doing it another section on my YouTube channel where I go to different barbershop. It's called interviewing a barber from another barber, and I go with my equipment. I love cameras, and I got everything, or big equipment with the mic and everything, and I go to to the barbers that I used to work with or the barber place, and I started, real asking questions, and I do miss that atmosphere of being a barbershop. I do really do. And they asked me, they were like, "But how you do it? You working in a garage? Don't you have like a level? You're not gonna grow." I'm like, you'd be surprised. I'm actually, and that's why I'm telling all the other people out there that are watching. I got a lot of people that watch me from Mexico, Colombia, a lot of subscribers, and the question is like, "Oh, how can I do it?" Or how they feel like, "Oh, I'm a beginner and all this, and I feel this." Or what about if they don't take me in a barbershop? I'm like, man, you gotta make your own way, because there's a lot of people that don't want you to make it, and you gotta make, you're not gonna stop. If you love what you do, you're gonna keep doing it. And I'm like, I'm still making, if not more, here, but because my determination, and I love what I do, and I want to make sure that everybody, my commitment is to give that service to my client, and I'll make sure that before they call me, I test them, and I have a schedule, and it doesn't matter if they don't want me in a barbershop, I make my own barbershop. If I don't find a location, I did it from a barbershop to a mobile barbershop to a garage. And the funny thing is, how ironic, I started in a garage, but 20 more than 22 years ago, and I'm back in one. And it's just funny, how life is. But you gotta work. You know what I mean? That's the advice that I give everybody, man. Because most of the time, the one that give you support is people that don't know you from far away, and your hometown. They're the ones that criticize you and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. I think I did a post on Instagram talking about something like this. But I'm curious, do you get a little bit like find yourself getting lazy that you work so close to home? Like, you know how people are when they're like, all right, I'm gonna get in shape, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a treadmill and I put it in the living room, and they never use it.
Oh, in that part, I'm not gonna lie. I got one Bowflex here, and if I did use it, I used it 6 months ago, because I found out that a lot of stuff I did got little bit too comfortable. Not in the sense of me not working, because I'm a workaholic and I'm up cutting hair. That's not the part of that. I'm still cutting. The part that I find myself is that I got burned so much of working for many hours that then there was no time for me. I was finding excuses not to go to the gym, and then I bought a treadmill, and then it was just sitting there. And then once I got sick, I found out that I was diagnosed with pre-diabetic, cholesterol, and all that, which I never had before. I used to always be in shape and all that, but after once they diagnosed me with all that, I was supposed to go back like in another 3 months. So within those 3 months, I started using it again, the treadmill, started walking and whatever, and I lost the weight. I went from 291 to 257. So I lost like 37 pounds. And when they checked me, everything was pretty much clear. The only thing that I'm still taking is just medication for high blood pressure. But once again, I'm the thing that right now, why I stop a little bit. Once you go to vacation, you're gonna once you come back from the vacation, you don't want to get out from that mode. But nah, man, when I'm in my house, that was my fear, that I thought that I was gonna become too laid back, and it's the opposite. I'm actually doing more. Like, besides working, I'm actually doing the YouTube, constantly doing tutorials in English and Spanish. Doing everything that I can to help out people out there, especially with the barber life. And but that's one of the things that I gotta get back in track again with the eating habits and exercising.
Yeah, that's one thing I definitely got to give you a shout out, because man, you're probably more busier than me on YouTube. I thought I was busy on YouTube. I was like, damn, I was looking at all your videos. I'm like, damn, this dude's busy. I'm like, man, this dude's always doing something. I was like, man, you make me feel late.
Nah, man. You want to hear something? When I was doing the mobile barbershop, I stopped probably YouTube for like 3 months. And then when I got diagnosed with all that, That's when I hit kind of like a little hit bottom, but it was like a reflection time, and I stopped doing video everything from February, and I came back on May. So I took like 6 months out of putting any content. But because by that time I already had like 1,400 videos, like me doing live streaming, Q&A question in Spanish, live streaming, me doing the mobile barbershop, I had so much content that I said to myself, man, I already give so much and I'm so worn out. It's time for me to take a vacation to actually put my stuff together in order, like my health and everything. I have to have a balance. So I was off those 7 months, and it drastically my YouTube thing, my studio. I could see everything, the statics. It went down. It went down drastically, and the thing is that I was like, man, I'm here basically. If it's not with my clients, I'm basically by myself, and I'm closing to these four walls doing the cutting hair, but after that I'm alone. So the only thing that he keep me social with everybody, it was through YouTube. And I found myself, after me taking care of my health and everything, I finally found out that my passion is doing these videos and try to help out as much people as I can. Because I myself, back in when I was a teenager, there was no social media, and it was me sitting at the barbershop and let everybody go in front of me while I keep watching my barber cutting hair and asking them, and and I know how it is, and I know that a lot of people it's like that. So now we have the social media. I want to make sure they use the social media the right way. It's a good tool. It could be a bad tool, but if you use it right, it could give you so much benefit, and it goes either way for you and for the other person that is watching.
Now let me ask, because you just brought up social media. I noticed when I found your Instagram, it's private. Now I know a lot of people say, if you're trying to sell services and business, don't have your Instagram private. So explain why your Instagram is private.
That's a good one. You're gonna laugh, and people are gonna be like, "Oh man,
You got a crazy ex-baby mama talking to you?
no." It's close to it, but it's not. I'm gonna be honest. I keep it real. I don't got no hair in my mouth. I shave it off. Listen, when I got with my girl at a young age, and I didn't test the water, and obviously being with her through the time, I was not a faithful guy. All right, so at that time there was no social media and all that, but the agreement was like, you could have it, but no girl. I don't put no guys, girl, and it became like no problem. So it still have it. It's more for that reason, but actually it turned out more gray because you see people out there and they want to request you, but you don't know half of the stuff, the intention, what they mean. And you too, if I see that somebody disrespect me or say something out of the, it's all right, there's constructive criticism, but if you disrespect me something that they don't have to do nothing, I don't care about your subscription. I'd rather block you than have you. I don't need that. If you disrespect one of my subscriber or me, I'd rather block you. I don't. That fame is not that important to me. I'd rather have someone that respect me and could put their 2 cents, and I put my 2 cents. So when I put the private like that, I normally. I put you right away. Like I say, okay, no problem. I click, boom. Lately, I don't know, not lately, but my wife is trying to help me, and everybody's trying to help me with my Instagram, because every time I try to add someone, it says that I'm not allowing them. When I'm like, okay, I know I have it private, but when you request me, I make sure the first thing that I do, I allow you, and I do, I don't even think about it. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you benefit of the doubt. And until if you say something out of the question, out of something that is not right, then I block you. But to me, it's more the right people. You know what I mean? Not the right people, but be respectful. And to if you let everything out there, everybody is out to. I feel that is not everybody's with that good intention mind.
Yeah. Like, were you saying, like, it doesn't allow you to follow people? Is that what you were saying?
No, like okay, let's say that you request me, and when I go to my search thing where it says you got 50 people following you, I see it. I'll be like, okay, click, okay, confirm, and whatever. But then there's time when people, I go to my DM, or you know how people on the other section where you see that it says someone wants you to allow them, and I'm like, but I already did. I'm like, I don't understand it, and when I check it, it still says following on blue, and I'm like, I hit it again. I was showing that to a couple of my friends and my wife, and I'm like, and they're like, no, you have to do it confirm. I'm like, yeah, I do confirm, but watch this, and I do it again, and somehow I don't know, man, but I double click everything. I mean, I go beyond to double click and make sure that the person that requests me is allowed. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound no considerate or anything like that, because it's not. It's just I got either fix something is going on with it, but yeah, man, I have that problem. I don't know if you have that.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I mean, because when you have me, you follow me, and I follow you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with everybody, but some of the people, they say that no, you haven't requested me, or why can't I see your story or something? I'm like, what? So but yeah, no, the only reason, like I said, I have it private, it was that. To this point, it turns more, like I said, it's just the people that follow me from YouTube. When I tell them to follow me, they follow me, and I know that it's from there. Most of the time, if not, it's from someone else. But I see, I give the benefit of the doubt until they say they step out of the line, then I delete them or block them, But other than that, everybody's more than welcome to follow me, man. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of crazy people. But I want to ask you, what made you decide to use your channel primarily in Spanish? I mean, outside of the audience.
Well, one, my English, my English.
Good, stop lying.
No, seriously, my English. I'm always being very criticism about myself or my English, and that was the first, because I seen how you guys speak so well. You know what I mean? Like so seriously, so detailed. You know what I mean? Like, and I have you seen one of my tutorials in English?
No, I haven't. I'll explain here in a second. Like, go ahead.
All right, in my YouTube channel, I have everything already. I already have everything organized. Like, I said tutorials in English. I put everything in English in one section, and then whatever in Spanish, whatever. Because I got many sections on YouTube. Like, I do one section of Q&A, obviously in Spanish. In English, I haven't said it yet because, like I said, my English. But then it's just like, I know that there's a lot of people out there that speak more well English and more detail and all that, and the community, the Spanish community. I done video, the same one, tutorial in English and in Spanish, and the most that I found myself getting more support is from my Latins. They really support me 100%. I mean, the same video I get probably like 10,000 views, and then in English I only get like 3,000 views. So men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. So so I mean, I don't stop. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna still. I even gonna start the Q&A in English and everything else in English, but it's very time consuming, and it takes me more because I'm trying to find the right words and speak very so they can understand me. Some people tell me, oh, you can speak the way you speak and you'll be fine, but it's just not.
Listen to I'm telling you the same thing. Listen to them. Trust me. You will be just fine. Trust me.
Thank you, man.
Trust me. You'll be just fine. The thing is, you think your English is bad? Man, if my Spanish was as good as your English, man, I'll be in there. That's what I'm trying to get with my Spanish.
That's what's. Thank you, man. I did see. I appreciate that, man. Let me before I go any further. I like every question that you've been asking me, and man, definitely love. I feel very, very comfortable in your channel and your podcast. You're doing a unbelievable, man, unbelievable job.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me a question.
No. I said that you're doing. I said that you're doing unbelievable. Your questions are crazy nice. The way how you allow me to talk so much, I like to talk. So the fact that you ask me a question and you allow me to talk, and you that patient, man, you good.
Yeah, no. No, I mean, like, I figured, like, someone commented, I think it was like a week ago, I had the Barber on, and it was me, him, and Big Al. We were all three of us on the podcast. And the guy commented, like, man, Ant took over the podcast. He didn't even let you get from work or this. And I was just laughing because I was like, during the podcast, I remember, I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, Ant's really like a hog in the podcast. But I was fine with that because people hear my dumb voice every week. I'm like, if you guys hear my dumb voice all the time, so it's good to hear a different voice. So I'm happy to let Ant speak or you speak or whomever, you know. So it's no problem.
Oh man, thank you, man. I don't mean to hug like that, but it's just it's good. It's good because I do so much interview everybody else, and now it's like everybody in my Spanish community over here, they were like, they're gonna do what you're doing over there. I'm like, yeah. I was like, and they're like, I could tell that you're nervous. I'm like, I am because I would never expect that someone, they would do the interview to me, and especially in English. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. And I don't mean to, but hey, I know Big Al too. He follows me, and I follow him. He's a great guy too.
Yeah. I was gonna go fly out there. They're doing a look and learn. Next weekend. I was gonna fly out there, but it's not gonna happen. So I'm a little. It kind of sucks. I would have loved to go on. And I know they're doing the LB Barber Expo next weekend as well. So man, I'm missing out. I would have loved to go on over there. But one thing about when I found you, I actually found you because of Daniel Morales. Because I always tell people, like, hey, if there's a barber out there that you guys want me to have on the podcast, like, offer suggestions, I'll reach out to him. And he gave me your info. And I looked you up, I was like, damn. I was like, how the hell did I not ever see this guy before? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, probably because it's like a bunch of Spanish, which I actually follow a few other barbers on YouTube that do only Spanish. And but one thing about yours that I like is because I'm learning Spanish now, obviously, and I get to learn a lot from, like, as far as like the Spanish. So like a lot of times I find myself not watching your videos like for the information, but I find myself watching it to learn Spanish.
That's awesome.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It really does. The thing is that I have to catch myself also to speak a little bit more slower, and I at the same time, like how we were doing and when I was doing my Q&A in Spanish over here, and then you were there, and it forced me to speak English, so that way, and whatever I said in Spanish, I said it in English, and that way, that's how I learned my English. It was like when I did listen a little bit of something in English, I asked, and if that person knew that's in Spanish what it means, I asked him what it means, and I put it together. You know how it goes, and yeah, man.
It's funny because when I was watching some of your Instagram videos, and I was like, because
Hello. Yep. Hello. You kind of break up a little bit there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You were saying? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Get him back on here.
Yeah,
Are you there?
yeah. Am I still in left?
Yeah.
Okay, you were saying. I'm sorry. I guess the internet or something.
Yeah. So you're Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico, and then when I was 13, I came here to United States in 1991, and I was living in Chelsea. That was like 5 minutes from Boston, and then from there we moved here. After 7 months, we moved here to where I'm at right now, and then from '96. Yeah, from 96 to 97, 97, I did Job Corps because at that time, before that, I was like I said, I was doing my own shape ups, my own thing at that time. And kind of like, my mom used to do that Dumb and Dumber haircut on me, and I used to grab the clippers and try to fix it as much as I could. And then until I was able to do my summer jobs and work and then go and get my fresh haircut at actually barbershop. And then little by little, so then I start cutting my brother, and everybody, that I could. And then, that was one little passion that I had. So my mom, I was like, it was like, go to a Job Corps. Maybe they have a chance over there. They have barbershop. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. So I left to Maine, to Bangor, Maine. And that's where I also met the mother of my kids, which I'm still to this day. She was from Baltimore, Maryland, and her parents was in the Navy, and they were stationary in Brunswick. They sent her to Bangor, Maine, and then from there we met, whatever. But before that, when I got there to Job Corps, they didn't have no barber stuff, so I ended up taking. First, it was business, and I was not that good with the with the keyboard, and now I'm a professional. And then I tried culinary art, but I was eating everything more than cooking it. then I did building apartment maintenance. Bomb. It was kind of like fixing everything about apartments, and that's where actually I clicked and I did okay, and I got my certification, I got my GD, and I got some money in the side. And then in the meanwhile, I was like, well, I'm still got my clipper over here. Nobody back in '96, they didn't know what was a fade or a shape up in Bangor, Maine, and everybody were except the whatchamacallit, in the center on Job Corps, there were kids that coming from everywhere, from California and everywhere, New York, and those people knew. But they were outside. If you go there, they were not even supercuts. They didn't know how to do fades or nothing. So I have already a couple of years in my head doing my own hair. So when my roommates, they see me and they're like, "You cutting your hair?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they see me, they're like, "Yo, can I be next?" Next thing you know, I had a line in my bedroom, and everybody when I came out of the center, they were like, "Yo, who cut you hair? Where you went?" And I'm like, "I did it myself." They're like, "No way." I'm like, "Dude." And then, so I used to trade. They used to give us a little allowance, on Job Corps, because they give you everything. They give you like where to sleep. They give you like a little amounts of allowance. And so I used to trade noodles, juice, and $5 for a haircut. So I was like, and so I had a couple of people. And so, yeah, in the meanwhile, that's what I did. I did the best of my time, and I used it. I ended up taking, advantage of everything. And then when I finished, I was gonna stay up there. I became commuter, and I got a job outside doing the car, building, fixing apartments. But if you think that here in Boston is cold, up there in Bangor is the triple cold. And working carpentry, I was like, nah, I don't see myself doing this. I definitely see myself cutting hair. So I told my wife, I'm like, let's go visit your family in Virginia. So we did in Virginia, the part that we went, not Virginia Beach, but Virginia, Steven City, it was like deep in the woods, and everybody is the opposite. They don't get a haircut. They like long hairs. They want not at that time. So and it was working in factory, and I said to my wife, I'm like, you know what? I know in my hometown, I know I could do over there. I could do it. So when I came over here, I started working where I used to work, taking people to factory. I used to drive the van for like a agency company, and taking people to their work and whatnot. And and then I told my boss, he saw me with a haircut. He's like, "Oh, you got a haircut?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did it myself." He's like, "No way." So he got me a connection pretty much with my first barbershop, and that was and that from there he took me, and you know, I've been working ever since in barbershop from that time until 2017, and then I've been on my own now from 2017 until now on my own.
So what year did you start, Barber?
On barbershop, it was 97. Barbershop was 97. And then from I was working with no license, and that's another story alone. You want me to tell you?
Before you tell me, what they're asking in the comments, what was your first pair of clippers?
The walls, the one that with the white line, I mean the yellow line. They were like white and with the yellow line, the super taper. You want to call it?
Yeah. I've seen this clipper.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. So all right. So stories about you working without a license.
All right, so I work. Oh man.
Before you answer this question,
Sure.
do you still currently hold your license?
Oh yeah, I do.
All right. Story time.
So 97, I start working and at this barbershop, and like everybody else, you know, it was cool. I was good at doing just fade and design. I was cool with that. I became really good at it. But obviously, not everybody that comes to the barbershop wants that. You know, there's gonna be they want with the scissors, the shears, or they want a classic haircut. And that's where I was like, I don't know. And I was in an on and off, like I was afraid of that, and I was not letting my potential. So I went to this. Only last from 97 to half a year in the first barbershop, and then I quit because I was stopping myself because, like I said, I was like, I don't know how to cut with the scissor, and I don't want, and I was putting a lot of obstacle. So I went back to work what I was doing, but then I realized I'm like, man, wait, what I make cutting hair, even when I don't even want to put my whole potential and all that, I'm still making more like that. I should go back and stop my fear, you know. I was like, all right, so I started another barbershop. It happens that the guy who opens the barbershop, it was this old cat, and he has his master, real license. He told me, he's like, if you here, if you open for me, I'm gonna teach you everything how to know. He was smooth, real good with the shears. He was like, if you here and you know on time and close for me, and I'm gonna take care of you and I'm gonna help you to get the license. I was like, okay, sure, cool. So he did teach me really good with the scissors and everything, but then he wanted me to, you know what I mean, like basically slave from a time to a time. That there was like, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to just, you know, do my thing and pay you your chair, and you should be cool with that. But he was taking me a little bit more than that. He wanted me to do everything, you know, open, clean that. But I was willing to do it. But then I'm like, man, I'm still, there was time that I wanted to do my own thing. He was like, no, you got to still be here. And I'm like, it's kind of being forced. And I was still, I'm like, when it's going to happen, the license? And never came. I was like, you know what? So 2001, I decided to bounce to another barbershop. And that barbershop was there from 2001 to 2006, and the guy, the reason what happened at that time from 2001, 2003, that's when My son was born in 2003, and then I was like, man, I was making real good money, saving all that, and I was like, this is it. That's it. I already made my dream, and now with my son, I have to be full to it, you know. But on 2006, the inspector came to the barbershop, and oh my God, all the times I was running from them. Every time they were from 98, 97 to 2001, 2006, I was running. Always take the jacket and sit down and act like I was not cutting hair. Well, this time they cut us right at hand, and I was like, oh my God, yeah. So I was like, you know what? Now what I'm gonna do? So I was forced to basically go to Puerto Rico, get something notarized, and then still with that, I have to go apply for the vacation. Then thank God, one of my clients, he was taking his. By the way, I did his interview, and by the way, his name is just like mine too, Jeffrey. Thanks to him, he was taking the course, and he gave me his book, the Borders book. And if I would have not read that book or study it, I would have not passed it. And so I did. I went and I passed it like with no problem. And then the barber who was from the barber of 2000, from 2001 2006, his brother opened one, and he told me, it's like, if you go with me, when 2 years come up, I'll give you the signature so you could take the master. And I'm like, yeah, I heard that before. It's like, no, seriously. So he opened the barbershop, and I went with him. And sure enough, by 2008, almost 9, he gave me the signature. So I went for my master, and my master, he knew, he's like, this is going to be completely different. You're going to have to do the reading test and the practical. You already know how to do the practical. You got to, so he teach me everything. He told me everything. He gave me the signature. Sure enough, I got the license. But the guy, he commits to me so well that I was like, nah, why I'm going to open a barbershop when he has promised everything and has helped me through since the other barbershop. And his license, it was actually, when that happened too, he was a master and his license was expired. So he had to take the classes too. So when we started brand new from the get-go with a new barbershop, him with his new master and me with apprentice. And then the 2 years happened. And the thing that happened was that he opened a barbershop, and there was a lot of barbers out there. And when he took a vacation, there was another lady that opened up a barbershop, and he came to me first, and she was like, oh, can you come to my barbershop? I got this, that. I'm like, I can't, man. I'm good right here. The guy has helped me out. So she told the rest of the barbers. So when the barber, the owner of the barbershop that helped me out, came back, his barber left him. And I was like, oh man, that ain't right. So I stayed with him all the way then until 2013. 2013, he decided to sell the barber to his brother. So I stayed even with his brother still at that time. And then from 2013, his brother run it all the way until 2015, I want to say. And then new people from 2015 to 2017 got it. But everybody was different there compared from the beginning. And if that guy, the first or the owner would have been still there, I would have been still there, no matter if I didn't have the idea. Because it was that's, you know, you always find a good co-worker or barber that it's like your brother, you know, or your father, and it makes you feel good. And when they commit and show you the support and stand there in good times and bad times, that, you know, you can't go around with that. And that's the story right there.
I've got to ask a question. And you have to tell the story. How did you get busted?
it was, you know what? The health border of Boston, there's so many, you'd be surprised. I'm doing a video of how many barbershop are in this little town. If I tell you in the street that I'm on right now,
I think it was in a vlog, right?
yeah, I did one blog. Yeah, I did one. I started to do. That's not even the beginning. But yes, you're right. I put it in the blog. I already start in that one section. There's like, no word of a lie, 15 barbershops. 15 barbershop, each barbershop that has like 8 to 10 to 12 barbers. That's not counting around all the other ones that are in all the streets. We're talking about probably like 50, 60 barbershops. So yeah, this is congested. And everybody eats, which is good, which is fine, because who's gonna take care? I can take care of all of them. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing about the barber industry. Not saying I seen it at first hand. No, everybody like to share what they know because they're afraid that they're gonna take the clients and whatnot. When in reality, it's like, dude, who's gonna take a trillion hair in this world? You know, I can't take. It's what I have right now, and I'm passing some clients. I don't mind, you know. Not that I don't. The goal is to keep a client, obviously, but at the same time, if you can't hack it, you can't hack it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take care of everybody. So it's always good to share. It's always enough for everybody. So, but yeah, how I got busted. I guess the health of butter got a little smarter. They know that on the Fridays and Saturday are the busiest day of a barber. And the best way that they're gonna get on is when they show up right there when it's busy the most. And sure enough, it was a Friday, and we were there. Usually there's other barbers that tell other barbers, yo, they're coming, they're around the corner. Yo, be in the lookout of the health of border. But this time there was none of that. Next thing you know, you see. You go ahead.
Wait, so they came on the weekend?
Like a Friday. It was like a Friday.
Oh, okay. Okay, on Friday.
Yeah, like Friday or Thursday. It was one of. I know that it was not a weekend, but like I'm saying, it was one of those weekend for me is as a barber, like a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, those busiest days. But I'm sure it could be. It was around one of those days between Thursday, Friday. So, because obviously, you know, the business they work even on Saturday. I think half a day, but still. And I don't got that good memory to say exactly if it was a Thursday or Friday, but I know that it was when it was the busiest, and that's what got me busted. What got us busted is that we were so caught up. It was busy in the barbershop. Nobody give us a flag or let it know, and next thing you know, you see these two ladies and asking for license, and I'm like, my driver's license? No driver's license. And yeah, man, but it's good, man. I'm glad that it happened the way that it happened, because finally I got everything legit and doing it legit, and it's only for the better. Sometimes when you think, you know, everything happened for a reason, the reason is actually it will be shown to you, and you know, don't be, you know, afraid or to fail, or when something happens, sometimes it's for the best.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of barbers in that area that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's
Take a guess. Like, just take a guess. Give me a percentage of how many barbers are actually licensed.
Wow, that's a good question. To tell you the truth, they still out there. I want to say less than half, to be honest.
Damn.
And that's, you know what's funny? I had the one of the interview that I did from a barber to another barber. If you're gonna see it, if you go, obviously it's gonna be in Spanish, but it's called the People's Barbershop. Those right there, everybody there did have the license, and the owner, when I told him what I was doing, he was like, "Wow, you know, I like what you're doing. You know, some other people take everything as a joke, and other barbers here, they just stay to one stuff, that they just cut hair and make to enough to whatever to do that, and that's it. What I wanted to do is open a barber school." And I'm like, "Oh man, that sounds even great. I don't mind to even hook up with you." So he's like, "Really? You got a master?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." So we're supposed to talk about that, because he want to open a school, because the school that is closest to here is like 45 minutes away, 45 minutes away, and you know, it's just like he's saying, like, I know if they have someone over here who teach them and you know the game, and is close to it, especially right here close, that will be helpful from every angle, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Damn. Okay, so I'm curious too. I have a lot of questions for you.
Sure.
But they're just like popping in my mind. But one question, because I know you you're working out the garage, and there's a lot of, especially on YouTube, there's a lot of unlicensed barbers or just parents that just want to learn how to cut their son's hair or whatever. They watch our videos for whatever reason, and then I know there's some people that watch the videos that aren't barbers, but they cut in their garage. Some of them, one particularly that I see in the comments, I know in a different country, cuts out of his garage, which, yeah, we're the only ones that actually have a barber license in the U.S., which is a little bit strange, but for you, do you worry or do you have to worry about them calling people on you to come because they might be jealous that you're cutting out of your garage and you're not in the shop, blah, blah, blah?
See, the thing is that I mean, besides I'm doing it in the garage and I have my license, I don't advertise myself. Pretty much it's the clients that I have since day one for 20 years ago. And I did it into a point that is more like a lounge, VIP only, the people that I know, you know what I mean? And so I don't advertise myself like that, like, you know, and like I said, I only take one person at a time. I got everything, you know, secure every angle, and I make sure everything that I got is clean, organized, and running legit, you know what I mean? So I don't worry, because I know, like I said, I put God before anything, and I make sure that my commitment is to take care of everybody the right way and do the right thing. And but yeah, you know, I don't worry. There's too many. There's other locations they do not look like this, and my clients and everybody tell me, man, your you know, your barbershop, I mean, your garage looks half better than all of these other barbershop. Like and that alone is just like, you know, it's good to know. So that's why when I decide to do it like this, I'm like, I want to do it legit, you know what I mean? Because my goal eventually is, yeah.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it's funny you say that, because, like, the more I start watching your videos, well, first I saw it on Instagram, and then I was like, man, is he cutting out of, like, a mobile? Is he doing mobile? And I'm just like, and I'm watching more videos, and I see a different angle, I'm like, oh, maybe he just has, like, a little 1-2-person barbershop.
No, yeah, only one. Everybody thinks that. No, I only have just myself. That's one.
Yeah, it's like the more videos I watch, I'm like, oh, it's a garage. It's like, I see what it is. And I was like, man, it's a pretty dope setup. And I must admit, it's a real dope setup. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
It's funny because me and myself, it was the one with Big Al when we were all on the podcast together. I was asking him, because I'm just curious, you know, there's tons of YouTube barbers out there. I mean, like, you're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I'm just hearing about you, which is crazy, you know. And I always wondered, I was asking him, when will a barber on YouTube become a full-time YouTube barber and just not cut behind the chair like in a shop environment and just be a full-time YouTuber? I'm waiting for the day. I wonder who's going to take the lead.
If you see my YouTube page, I just, like I said, I started again. I was off for 7 months. If it was not for me going through what I went through with my health, then I would have probably been more than 100,000 way long time ago. But everything is, God's time is perfect. And that's one of my things. I want to eventually. That's what I do every time when I wake up now, besides giving thanks to God and grateful for my family and what I went through and everything, how it's laying out. My wife knows and my family knows I always like about recording cameras and all that before even cutting hair. So now one with another goes so well that I was so blind, I was so numb that I'm like, you know, I saw this before it even happened, before it is what it is. Back in 2007, I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, just instead of putting stuff on Facebook, why don't you put it on YouTube? That's the bigger platform. Yeah, I told him that, and he's like, nah, the Facebook is better, and don't put everything in there because they're gonna know. He was like everybody else, you know, like, oh, they're gonna know you technique. I'm like, I don't care, you know, I'm gonna with. And now, moving forward, 12 years later, he came the other day when I tell him how many subscribers I got, and then when I saw him doing his live, and he stuck with 3 or 4. I was like, see, look at how many, and then be able to get. I mean, it's not a lot, but be able to get paid for it, and then utilize it with the association with Amazon, and then people trying to promote the items, and it's branding, and that's what I'm going with the brand too. It's just like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful. I look forward to be creative and come out with ideas and spending new gadgets, new camera, look at a different angle, cut different angles so they could feel like they are right there, and having if next flick don't want to get me, I'm gonna make sure that what I mean. Like, it was funny. They made sure to pay attention. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound too arrogant, but you gotta think big. I went one time to my man Pacino, went to his seminar, and he said it best. Blockbuster, before Blockbuster was, he said about the next flick and whatever, and he did his app and became what he became, and it was like, man, it's true. He got a great point, and that was in 2013. And he gave me the spark. So I know if you give me that spark in one part of what I'm saying, I'm sure I could do that for many others. And if I'm not the one, I'm like you. I wonder who's gonna be the one that is gonna be completely full doing the YouTube thing. I'm trying to do it, but at the time too it's a lot of time consuming, editing, answering the other comments. Because that's the thing. I don't want to just do a video and not answer everybody. They're gonna be like, "Oh, hold on a second. He just think he's just that," or show him in love, and that's it. So even any question, any answer, I try to just say thank you, whatever it is, a simple thank you, or try to answer everything, or give a thumbs up, or give them a thumbs up in the pictures. Because it goes a long way, we can't be selfish. That's one thing that we got out of the way. It's not about ourselves. Everybody could eat, everybody could shine, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to help with the community with the little bit that I know, and do as much video that could be helpful and help everybody out there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always try to tell people it's all about perspective, and that's why I like having guests on the podcast, because you guys might like what I have to say, but it's always good to hear what someone else has to say. But I always tell people, great minds think alike. A lot of the stuff that you hear me say, it'll be echoed through other people as well, maybe just in a slightly different way, but eventually it's the same message.
Right, absolutely.
And it's crazy, like I'm over here like scrolling through your channel, and I'm just laughing because I'm like, damn, Jeff, how many products do you have? Like, do you have a barber supply store?
I have barber. I have guys. They hustle, man. They from the back of the truck. They have this. I have like 4 or 5 different connect. They come over here and they out of the hustle. And there's so much. That's what I'm saying. The barber industry people don't know how big it is and how big it could get. And there's so much money. Listen, the hair grow and it keeps growing. So somebody got to chop it. And obviously barbers are the first one to feed from that. And before that, the companies with the machines, and then the products. And then there's a little bit for everybody. So there's guys out there that knows that. They're like, hold on, I don't know how to cut, and I don't have a company, but I could sell the machine to a barber. So I got guys that come over here, and I'm even trying to make a connection there where I could make those company be able to always give them promotion. I'm like, yo, get in my channel. I'm gonna record you, give your number, and I could get you mad people to. It's up to you to ship it, and I'm trying to get in that. But there's so many stuff that I'm trying to put that I'm doing in my hand I can't everything myself. You know what I mean? But I go to beauty supplies and I do the same thing. I make sure I'm like, hey, you don't mind if I record you? I want to make sure people get you more business. I know you already probably don't need me, but every little thing, every little bit could help, you know. And I'm not charging anything about it. It's just I know you guys have everything. I mean, this beauty supply that I posted the other day there, super little, but this little supply could get the latest machine, and it's just like so convenient. And but people don't know if they don't give them the right exposure, and with a channel, at least the little bit of followers that I have that I could help out and bring there, it helps. But yeah, man.
Yeah. So like, so all these damn tools you have.
Oh, you see that? You see the tool? I put the Husky. I got a Husky, like a big Husky, the real big one. I paid almost $800 for that one, and then the thing with the clipper holder. That is, you're not gonna believe. They call me MacGyver. You know why? Because I like to do crazy stuff. If it's not making a mobile barbershop, it's doing crazy stuff. There's a little thing. It's called the magic mount. It's actually a cell holder that you can put in the dash or in the glass window. So I use that to hold my clippers. It got magnetic, and when you connect the clipper, it's stuck to the magnetic. And the reason why I like to do that, if you have it on a clipper box, which I had before, which is pretty good, it gets too crowded, and sometimes when you're in a rush, you don't pay attention, and you put it, and the blade could touch the other clipper, and it could chip, and the damage. Sometimes you damage the clipper with the blade. So with the magic mount holder, I separate it in the angle that I want it. That when I finish, it's a magnetic, and it gets boom put right there, so it doesn't touch the other clipper. 1, 2. When it's time for me to clean, there's nothing in the way, and it's all I have to do is get the blow dryer, and everything gets clean and easy to clean. And then when I disinfect it and do put the dry care of Andy and cool care, it's right there, nice and standing to the magnetic. So yeah, and then I have my 3 LED ring light. I got a 65-inch TV. I got the hot tower. I got the Google with all the lights that I could switch. This not only my barbershop, this turned into my man cave / studio / barbershop, you name it.
That is hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I have a little section here in my house where I do my videos, like where I'm doing the podcast now. This is where I do the podcast. I'll do my like MMA live streams here. I got a barber chair station set up on the other side of the room that's really more for decoration, not for function. But yeah, you have a nice setup. So this magic mount, like, where'd you buy this from?
You'd be surprised. Do you have a staple in your around you?
You say a staple?
Yes. Staple, like maybe like an office where they sell office supplied or
Oh, Staples, the store.
Yeah. Yeah, that or Amazon or eBay, or maybe where they sell like stuff for phones. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised that the magnetic thing is like, I think $20-$30 each, but it's worth every penny. Trust me, it is worth every penny.
Wow.
And everybody that sees it, they're like, yo, where you get that? When I put it, they're like, who makes that? And when I tell them what it is, I'm not afraid, because everybody's gonna say that they did it first. But I know that I come out with the idea a long time ago, and regardless, it's just that you inspire other people. That just, to me, it just so. When I tell them what it is, they're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. It's not something that the clipper company did for. It's actually for a phone. Even my clients, they're like, man, when I go to the station, when I look at your station, it look like an Apple product.
I know, right? It's like an App Store.
It looks like an app store. The Clippers all gleaming, you know, the Baby Blitz, the Andes, the Babel, you know, everything.
It is pretty, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dope. And you take called a match now. I'm sure you probably made a lot of money through Amazon affiliate.
Oh yeah. Hey, something, a little something is something. Hey, I give something, so you know, it's always good to give, and in return, you're always gonna be blessed again. You know, when you give, you get back. You know.
Yeah, that's why I always tell people. I've told people this before, like with my Amazon affiliate link, because I figured out a way where I can copy the Amazon link and they can just use it and buy whatever.
Right.
I always tell people, dude, if you want to buy whatever you want, just use my link.
I know. Yeah, because you still. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I put it in the link and I put it in the description of every one of my videos.
That's good. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. It's hey, because you know, and you still get what, like I think it's what 6% if they buy item that you have, but then 4% if it's nothing related. So it's that, you know, you sound just like my sister. My sister's the one that put me on. She's like, come on, put everything. You don't even have to have anything. Just tell people. It's like just buy whatever you're gonna buy. Give them your link of Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't gone through my Amazon lately, but last time I looked, I saw some random stuff. I was like, yeah, I know who this was. I know exactly who that was.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Like I need to call Amazon because they haven't sent me checks in like 5 months. All of that money is in limbo somewhere.
That's crazy.
I tried to have it go to another account, and they said it went through, but it didn't. So like, I just have all this money just sitting somewhere in limbo. I just need to call Amazon.
That's when I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask you, right? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. What it is with my YouTube account, I know what I have in the YouTube account, but I haven't filled out the form, the tax form. So I let it pile out there. They still owe me that money, and that money's still there, right?
Yeah, like it's actually funny. I called them about 2 to 3 months ago because I was like, I finally like switched everything over. Like I switched my YouTube over to a different account because I told myself, I was like, I don't want to spend this YouTube money. I was like, let me just have it just go into an account and just sit there, you know. And I did it with Amazon, but then I realized there was no money from Amazon going there. So then I called Amazon, and they're like, yeah, we see all the stuff. It's just sitting here in limbo. And so they tried to associate the other account, and it still didn't work. So I need to call Amazon again to put that on my list of things to do.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so so the same thing with me. I haven't, you know, fill the form or anything like that. I know that I see that how much whatever it is. So what I do is just it's like I'm like thinking just like you. I'm like I let it pile out there because if I take it out, then I'm not gonna feel motivated. But knowing that I still have it and seeing those numbers there, it kind of motivates me that at least I'm like, okay, I got that. I keep working harder. If that's emergency money, if I ever one day need it, then I know, you know, let it pile up, act like I don't know, and then, you know. But it's still, so it's there. Yeah, so they all once you have it there, it's there, right? They owe it to you, right?
Yeah, but if I were you, I you know, have it go somewhere. Mine is just because I'm being lazy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but I'd have that money go somewhere. It's
yeah.
kinda crazy.
No, I'm definitely gonna check. Hello?
Yeah, but the affiliate program, I waited a long time to jump on the affiliate program. I don't know what took me so long, but when I finally did it, I was like,
How long you been doing it?
I think a little over a year. I think.
Don't feel alone. You know how long I've been doing the affiliate of Amazon? January.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I bet you're probably like kicking yourself.
Oh yeah, big time, big time, big time. I mean, the YouTube, Monterey said I'm good at that. I made sure that I jumped in when you was able to to monetize it after before what was it like 5 or 10,000 subscriber, something like that you could monetize it and get paid. So, but the one that I was kicking myself, it was Amazon. That's the one that I was kicking myself in the head. And the one that put me on was my sister. My sister, if I'm a little hustler, my sister is double the time. So, you know, big props to my sister, man.
That's funny. It's funny because like I just hit 10,000 subscribers after all these years, and it's funny because of course, you know, I'm sure you do the same thing. You look at your analytics and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, these last 30 days, or really these last 3 weeks, my channel has been doing like really good. And
You should be doing, man. I'm telling you, I was surprised because I came across. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I did, like I told you before. I came in your channel. I think it was about, like I said, you would. I'm the type of person that when it comes to machine, I do my research, and I wanna for the longest either the Octane or the Andes Supra, and I'm like, man, I definitely like how it makes sense, the metal clip compared to the plastic clip, what I'm used to and known to. And I came to your channel and you explained everything so like I was like, oh man, this guy is good, but I didn't pay attention. Like you really, I'm not saying it because you in front of. I'm telling you, I saw it and you were like, wow. When you explained everything, you did a few, and I think I had you on my likes on my video, the videos that I have. You know how you click and you like things. I have you there. I know I have you for the longest. So, but then when that guy that you said they recommend me, when he was like, yeah, it's this guy. Have you seen it? And I'm like, sounds familiar. But when I see you, I'm like, no way. And then to find out that you have 10,000, I'm like, I could have swear that you probably had like 250,000 because you were that informative. That's how good you was to me. And I'm like, so I'm gonna tell you this, man. You keep what you're doing and the information that you are doing and you giving and the podcast and talking about the M&A and whatever. I'm telling you, I see you blowing up big time. It's a matter of keep doing what you're doing, man. You know exactly. Just go with that flow. The consistency is one of the key. Discipline is another one. And I don't even have to tell you that, man. You're doing the right thing. It's just some people don't know, but when they do, with the right time, just like you say, how you notice the last 28 days, your channel is being explosive coming up, right?
yeah,
It's gonna get more better, man. That I was to a point before I took out the 7 months off, I was getting almost 5,000 subscribers every 28 days. Right now, when I left those 7 months and I came back, I was only still getting 900 subscribers. And now, from May to now, that I've been doing the videos and back again and all that, my statics right now is what, 2,700 subscribers every 28 days. So
it's going back up. That's good.
yeah, it's going back up, you know. But the thing about with you too, you gotta be consistent. People get once they like you, they want you to, and then you consistent, and you give them that what they want to hear. And you the podcast and whatever.
Yeah, like I always call it like if I have a video that does good, I'm always think to myself, man, I gotta feed the animal.
Yes, and what you're doing, and you know what, and then you see what it works for you, like your podcast, genius, man. I think, and that's the thing. I'm sure people are gonna copy you and try to do it better than you or not better than you, but guess what? Damn it, you're the first one, and your personality is unique, and you are. I mean, you're gonna hit it out of the park, and I'd be surprised if I see you in next flick.
Maybe it won't be for Barber.
Yeah, hey, either way, it'd be good, man. I only wish you the best because you got the good intention and you're doing great and you give the information and you very good at all the question and patient and all that. Especially me, a talker like me, man.
I think you know what's like it's funny. The one of the videos as far as barbering that I really enjoy doing are the product reviews. I love doing the product reviews.
Me too. Yes,
For me, yeah, like for me, it allows me to be creative with how I present the product and everything. Like the haircut tutorials, they're cool and they get the most views, but like sometimes the haircut tutorial can be a little bit repetitive. Like for me, I don't like doing the same tutorials over and over.
That makes us too, man. Wow, you and I, we think alike so much, man. It's unbelievable. You speaking like me. Seriously, bro. That's how I feel. And people and the subscribers, they don't understand the reputation of the same and saying. I feel like, you know what I mean. But with the open review, is different. You know, you get excited and the expectation. So yeah, I could relate.
Exactly. And I think I'm gonna buy the cordless masters. Although I told all my subscribers I'm not gonna buy them, I think I'm gonna buy them, guys. And I think I'll do a classic review. I've gotta come out and dust off myself and do a product review.
Oh yeah, you better know that I'm getting those master too. I just got the Magic Clip Metal came out October 3, and by October 6 I already had them with the Baby Bliss. The Baby Bliss was the same thing. They came out, what was it, before when they did the over here the CT Expo, which is 2 hours from here, and someone, I couldn't win, and you know what I did? I searched eBay. There was a guy asking 300, they're 150, and I paid 300 for them, and that's what I was like 7 months that I did no video. I was like, I'm gonna do it big. I'm gonna buy me those if I could get, and that's how it's gonna be my coming back. I'm not gonna do a tutorial. I'm gonna do an open review with this trimmer, and that's what I did.
Did the video do well?
It's okay, because that's the thing with this. You think that one video that you think that you have this high expectation and all that, it does all right, but then there's other videos that you don't care, and that's the one that does well, and you'll be like, what's going on? So that's why I keep putting videos and different, and I try different things to see, and then I go with what people ask me. I make sure read between the lines and see what people saying, and I go with that, and yeah, but I think it got like probably like 9,000 views. I think it should have more. But this, yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like I talked about this last week. I talked about this actually quite a bit, but like the simplest videos sometimes get the most views, but the most well thought out video that you have high hopes for don't get a lot of views.
That's right.
Like it's hilarious. Like there's this one video I did. It's called "The 5 Types of Student Barbers." I shot this video when I was going through the instructor program at a barber college. That video took me about a week and a half or 2 weeks to shoot because I had to. There was probably about 10 different people that were in that video, maybe more. And it took like 2 weeks for me to shoot that video because I'd have to wait for us to be back at the school all at once. And then I had to wait for this person to be here, and I had to shoot all these different angles. And I was like, man, I thought this video was going to be crazy. I think last time I checked, this video had like 6,000 views. Although, I mean, it's cool, and everyone loves the video because it's funny. It's really just like a comedy video.
Right.
That video, but then I do this video, like 2 weeks ago, how to do an edge up, which I honestly didn't want to do this video because I'm like, this is such a stupid video. This is what I'm thinking. I'm like, this is a dumb video. Who really cares to learn how to do an edge up is what I'm thinking. And then I'm also thinking, there's other barbers that have edge up videos on YouTube. Cause I would get people that would ask, and I'm always like, go watch this guy's video. Like, it's a good video. Go watch this video. I put this video out. I think right now, like, people are still watching this video. I've been getting comments on this video for weeks, It's probably like over 60,000 right now. And
Oh,
counting.
no.
The video itself, I was about to throw away all this footage. Like all this footage, I recorded them a few different times. You know, I recorded them at different times, and I looked at the footage when I put the memory card on my laptop, and I was like, I don't really like this. I was like, this kind of sucks. So I was like, let me just wait. And then I was having problems with my memory card, so I was like, all right, let me delete some of this footage. But then I started looking at the footage again. I was like, let me just put all of the different pieces in one video, and then that's what I did. Very simple, not hard at all, but people love this video.
You see that? That's crazy. That's awesome. And it turned out that shows you right there, man. You know, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, but that definitely, man, that story alone is just you right there. It's just that's to let you know, because it's like I have the same thing. Like, man, just when you think I'm gonna, and it start happening sometimes that the SIM card give you problems and all that, but it's like a sign. You know what I mean? But my question to you is this: have you thought about, because you're a barber yourself, right? And you do the podcast, which I think is awesome. But have you ever thought about you going to people's barbershop and interviewing them, or even have a little table at your house where you could have two microphones and have them in person? Because let me tell you, when they tell me about you, I was like, man, I have to take a flight over there. I don't know where I'm gonna stay, but I was willing to do it because I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like to be in camera with the podcast, doing like how people on YouTube would do. But my question is, I think you, which I haven't seen no one in English, and in Spanish, no one. And I did this, no whatever I lie. I did it 2 weeks. No, not even 2 weeks. I was like, man, I'm gonna do an interview, but now that they can, because when I got my setup that I got at my house, I got two husky table. I got this other husky table that is really good for podcasting, and I got the mics and everything, and you could raise it up, and I got the two chairs. So I was thinking, I'm like, man, I could bring Barbers over here, and we could do a podcast and talk, and and whatever. But I'm like, nah, nobody want to come to my house besides my client. So I'm like, then since that didn't happen, let me go and do interview each of the barbershop, so that way I could see people could see, my subscriber could see the environment and whatnot. Dude, I did that, and right now that's my, like, within one day I get like 5, 6, 10,000 views. So my question is, with you, how you personality and how you talk and do those questions and the podcast, have you ever thought about you doing something like that, go to barbershop and do the interview in person to those barber?
I'm so glad you asked, sir. Since you asked, I will let everyone in on I guess a dream or an ambition of mine. Okay, so here's the ambition / dream. One day, like, people always ask me, because I have a suite within the barbershop. So, like, see my suite or have seen the full layout of it, it looks totally different from the barbershop. So, like, when people come into the barbershop and come back and get their haircut, they're like, oh, wow, this is pretty dope. It's a lot different than the barbershop. And I have a lot of customers always ask me, like, oh, do you plan on opening your own shop one day? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I do, but I don't want it to be an ordinary barbershop.
Right.
I want this to be the world's most ridiculous barbershop, and ridiculous in the best way. Here's one thing I'll explain it to you guys. So, like, I want a barbershop, but I want it to be about 10,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
I want it, yeah. But it's not going to be a barbershop with 10,000 square feet with just tons of barbers. I want to have a 10,000 square feet barbershop that probably has about 15 barbers, 15 barber chairs. I want to have a podcasting studio. I want to have 2 private suites where people can cut hair. I also want to have another studio where you can shoot tutorials, shoot YouTube videos, and all of that stuff. I want to have a private lounge where you can kind of just chill, maybe watch fights, whatever, and other stuff. Like maybe a basketball court, like just other stuff, like all types of just crazy nonsense in the barbershop. So that idea as far as having barbers either come in person or whatever, I have had that thought. Here's another thought. I've had the idea because, I'm not sure you probably know this, just from editing videos, all the camera equipment that you got. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever just one day sat back and looked at all the stuff you've amassed over the years.
So,
But I looked at the stuff I have, and I was like, I am creative. I can be creative. I was like, because I'm always thinking of different ways to offer different barbering content on the channel because a lot of barbers do the same thing on YouTube.
mm-hmm.
I was thinking one day to do a documentary. Like I have two thoughts.
Dude, that's great. That's awesome right there.
Yeah, I was thinking to do 2 things. Maybe both. I don't know. One thought was, and I'll just give you guys this, and if anyone who's listening wants to steal it, just know you got it from me. I was thinking to do a documentary of a barber from before they start barber college to like 2 years after they finish barber college, early into their career.
Wow, that's
So
that.
it would take like 2 to 3 years to do this documentary.
But to that,
Another thought. You like this idea?
they not tell you you're gonna be in next flick.
God, good. I can smell it.
Of course, man. I believe it. If you have it, I don't have no doubt in. If you painting it to me, I'm already like beyond amazed. Like that's great. That's not a great idea. That's a beautiful dream, and it's unheard. So yeah, they better recognize that you came out with the idea.
Yeah, and if anyone comes up with a barbershop that's 10,000 square feet, ridiculous stuff.
Hey, you better send me you better send me a suite for cutting hair. But I'd go with you over there, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Like, and the thing is, like, I want to own the building and the land too, so it's like it'll be just all mine.
I like the way you think, bro. I definitely like the way you think. I like people that think that big with that really ambition like that, man. Is awesome. It fits me. It fits everything, and it's good to find someone that got that mentality and that mind, man. Definitely, I could see you. Man, you put me pumped over here.
And here's the second one, because I call this podcast Beyond the Chair on purpose, because I always try and preach to people that listen to the podcast that there's a lot of stuff that you could do outside of just cutting hair. Like, cutting hair behind the chair is fun, but I like to show people that there's other things and other ways to make money in barbering other than just cutting hair. Like, you could do other things in this industry that's fun. So here's the second one. The second one was I was thinking about creating a web series. And the web series, I don't know what the name of it will be. And of course, if someone takes this idea, please give me credit.
But hold on a second. A website?
A web series.
What's that? What do you mean by that? Web series?
A web series. So basically, what it is, I'll explain. It'll make sense. The word web series.
Okay.
It'll make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll basically be an online. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be an online TV show, and it'll be maybe I'll just call it the shop or the barbershop. I don't know, whatever. But it'll be basically a TV show of a barbershop of basically things that happen in the barbershop that like most barbers would know, and it would be a TV show. So you would have the characters, the storylines, and all this stuff. This is one idea that I'm thinking to do. but yeah, I know that's a tough one. Like just like doing the documentary.
Yeah, I know what you. I know where you're leaning. I was thinking that in 2007, I was thinking something similar. I was thinking like recording pretty much the whole date in the barbershop so they could see the drama unfold, or which one is the how we act, or beyond, just like you say, beyond the chair, how we act when we're not doing nothing, what else that we do, and what do we eat, what do we say when we joke and when we laugh, and it's that's what
this one wouldn't be more like real. It's like the storylines are real, but it's acting.
kind of like the real world, something like that from MTV or something like kind of like that.
No, not the real world. It's really like, just imagine if someone put a barbershop on NBC, like if there's a TV show. Like
Okay, yeah.
TV show on the internet, so like you can tune into YouTube and watch what happens next week with old dude's baby mama, or is this dude gonna sell drugs?
Yo, that'd be great. Yes, man.
Yeah,
That.
So I want to do this. This is my thought, but it's like I know there's like so many moving pieces that it would be hard to get a bunch of people.
Hello. Hello.
Hey Jeff, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you dropped off over there. But yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I think it's tough. I'd love to do these things, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, it's good to think about it, but it's also a way to speak about it, how you speaking it with me, because that will give you more motivation, and then actually, then to little by little, even if you don't know how or whatever, because it seems like you already have, and everything sounds good, because I think I visualize already what you're saying, like having, like kind of like the actor, but inside in a location, and have already that, but it's just, it's the hard part. What's gonna be is finding those people. What I mean, not really hard, but they really see the way how you see it. Like I'm in. You know what I mean? I could be one of those actors if you want me put in, to tell you the truth. But yeah, no, you could definitely. It's a matter of writing it down. Like I heard you early. That you do a do list. You do like a do list. Just write it, keep it there, and whatever little thing that comes to your mind, and whatever to make that show or that thing that you wanted, just write it down, and find, can it be done? Can it be one piece done today? I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to help you to achieve it, because I know that you could, you thinking it, and I know you could. It's just a matter of execution, but writing it down, because everything sometimes is good to plan, but sometimes it's not good to plan too much either, because most of the time when you plan too much, it not end up happening. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a tricky one, man, because like I know, especially when you're dealing with like a busy barber, they don't want to give up their time for this, and then it's like if they're comfortable on camera, then it's if they want to do it. So it's like I say, it's a lot of moving pieces. Because I'd love to have like between 3 to 5 barbers in this. It would be perfect, 3 to 5, and then that's just the barbers. So then I'd have to have other people in on it, like some girls, that want to be the baby mama or the side chick or whatever. And then you gotta get other people. So yeah, a little bit tricky.
Yeah, you want to hear something? my father, ever since he was in Puerto Rico, he was raised here, and he knows English very well. Probably speak it better than me. But when he was in Puerto Rico, he's a painter, and from a painter, he became a scenographer for Warner Brothers. But he worked with Steven Spielberg, Sylvester Stallone, you name it, Antonio Banderas, whatever film.
See if we can get him back. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, you hear me?
All right. Yeah, you got your Metro PCS in order?
No, this is my phone, my son's phone number. So probably, but yeah, we got him in the T-Mobile Metro PC. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. So what I was saying, you heard when I was saying about my father?
Yeah. You were lying and saying that his English is better than yours. Your English is good, I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. If my Spanish was as good as your English, I would be happy. Trust me.
Oh man, thanks, man. No, but you know what? It gets better when I feel comfortable with someone like yourself, man, and my wife, and people like they already know me. They not know me, but like they make me feel comfortable. It kind of my little, I guess the accent it kind of slowed down, goes away a little bit, but yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate that. You let me know like that, straight like that. But yeah, my dad, what I'm saying that he's gonna connect. What I'm about to say is gonna connect with what you're saying, right? Check this out. My dad worked with Steven Spielberg, Sylvester Stallone. Every movie that was filmed in Puerto Rico, Warner Brothers or whatever, my dad did, and he always showed me. Behind the scenes, he was doing special effects. Like the director tell her, "Oh, do this. Make sure this look like it's cut, or there was a bomb, or after 10 years it looks like this." Well, the whole point to the story is that I saw him working with that and doing that. I got into every camera from back and remember JVC cameras and all that. I always bought one and did the recording and all that. Even to this DNA time, to 2016, 17. I was doing videos, rap. There was people, there's always someone in the hood that got that talent, that knows how to rap, but they just put it in same thing on SoundCloud and that's it. And I'm like, dude, you got to make a video. And they're like, yeah, but I don't got no one that got the camera. I'm like, I got the camera. I could do it. So I got probably already done 2-3 different artists, rapper. They're real good too, in my playlist. And these actually, they rap English version. I done the video. I shoot the videos. I got the guy named by KR. I shot the whole entire video. I did like 8-9 different videos. Then my sister is the same way too. And we just like maybe a month ago, we did a video for this guy. He's from Las Vegas. He looked like an Elvis Presley type, and he sings really good. And we did his video. And then my sister, I learned from her too. She got the actress. She cut me a check for bringing my camera and doing my part, shooting the video and everything. So what I'm saying is, I know in one part what it takes and the video and all that. So if you ever decide to do that, please count me in. I'm willing to be in and help, and even if I have to be an actor, or even if I have to shoot with my camera, do my thing, my little thing, I'm down, man. And just to be able to make sure to get that whatever you thinking to do, or that dream, or that vision, to execute it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the love. It's one of those things. It'd be a fun project to do, and I think it would actually gain some traction, because it'll basically just show the everyday drama in the barbershop, but in a TV format.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 20-30 minutes a week of this craziness, and they'll just of course, as long as the storyline is good, you know, it'll keep you coming back and stuff, you know.
Definitely, the everything that you're saying, it is, but it have, like I said, it just to get in the right, like you said, the actress, you know, people that willing to do those acting, or if not so acting, but they're willing to sacrifice those time too. If they are really barbers, they're willing to put those time and do at least those shots, the video shots and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they could come together, man.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You saw earlier you mentioned your wife Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you speak Tagalog?
Oh no, only the food. Lumpia.
Good, man. Lumpia's good. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Caldereta, adobo.
That's funny. So wait, does she speak Tagalog?
Nah. She just her mother is crazy. Her mother is half Jewish and half American. Her dad is half Samoan and half Filipino. But she never met her dad. But her mother moved on with a full Filipino from over there from Philippines, and raised her. And he's the one that knows how to talk. He looked like Mr. Miyagi. And he definitely eat all that type of food and teach her how to cook all that food and all that. And trust me, my wife could cook not only Filipino, but she could cook like she's Spanish, man. Like, for real. That's why I'm so chubby right now. Yeah. So good that you gotta repeat the plate. But yeah, man.
That's crazy. I know they have a lot of Spanish influence over there in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Like with the language too.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I got heard, and the dad was like telling me, joking around, it's like, yeah, you guys said it like this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, and my last name is Fria. I'm like, hold on, that's a Spanish last name. I'm like, hold on a second. I come to find out that, you know, the history, the Spains, and how it was part of. I'm like, but that's in the middle of Asia, but yeah, everything is Spanish. It's like, there's this guy that I watch. I like to watch a lot of stand-up comedy. And there's this guy, Filipino, Joy Coy. I don't know if you... Yeah, he's a Filipino. And he's playing it exactly, you know, exactly how it is, how the Spain is like. We like Mexican. We look like Asian, but Mexican, you know. We got... It's funny the way how he put it. But yeah, man, it's crazy. They do have a lot of stuff, the Spanish and even the food and everything too.
Yeah, because I've listened to people speak Tagalog, and there's a lot of Spanish words in there. Especially like now that I'm learning Spanish now, I pick up a lot of it. It's crazy.
Now let me ask you, how you the Spanish that you know, do you been like, you got someone that you're teaching, or you went to school, or you what's up with that?
Were you surprised?
Of course, man. Surprised. I thought that for a minute. Hold on. You were speaking it so good, I was gonna start talking to you in Spanish completely and forget about in my English.
You know what's funny? Because like now that you're like on the podcast, I'm like, man, this would be a good time to practice some Spanish. But I was like, I don't want to be selfish because like no one, well, I wouldn't say no one, but the majority probably wouldn't understand what we're saying.
Yeah, no, man, no. I'm down here. I'm here to whatever, man. I'm willing to teach you my Spanish, man, and you hit me up with my words in English. We trade in, you know.
Yeah, I know you're Puerto Rican, so you guys be talking crazy sometimes. So
Yeah.
But you know what's funny though? When I was watching your videos, I found out you're Puerto Rican. I was like, wow, I actually can understand him. But then I was thinking, I was like, maybe because I was like, he's talking really nice in the videos. Like, I was listening to your videos in Spanish, and I can understand you. But I was like, he probably being really nice right now. And then once you said it earlier, like you said, you had to like slow down your speech and blah blah blah. I was like, that's what he's doing. I was like, I get it now.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing that is gonna. I don't know if it's gonna happen with you. It's when you see your videos. I mean, in my Spanish. Not my Spanish, but because I've been with my wife for 22 years, and ever since I mean, besides my clients, most of them, they're all Americans, and a few are Spanish, but they only speak English. So most of the time, everything that I talk or think when I wake up next to my wife, I'm thinking English. So I speak English, even with my accent that I don't feel that is the right thing, whatever. So when I'm going back to Spanish, I haven't been to Puerto Rico since 27 years, and I don't talk that fluent in Spanish. Besides in the barbershop, and the barbershops here, everybody here are Dominicans, and the Dominican have a different little slang. So I for working those 20 years in the barbershop, I even got the accent of the Dominican. So some of the people they when I talk, they're like, hold on a second, you Dominican or Puerto Rican? I'm like, no, I'm Puerto Rican. It's like, but you talk a little bit like Dominican. I'm like, yeah, because so many years work. I was the only Puerto Rican out of the 7-8 barbers that I was there, all Dominican there. So, but what I'm saying is, when I start doing the videos, I catch myself, all those places, the Latins, they Spanish, but they have different meaning. So they're like, oh, I don't know what he's saying. He don't say it like that. You have to say it like that, or you have to slow down a little bit when you talk Spanish. So and that's why you see me when I try to talk Spanish, that you say that I sound real like how you were saying. It's because I definitely, with the other people that are watching from Venezuela, Colombia, whatever, they got different ways to say things. So I have to catch myself or repeat it or be really slow to speak it so they can kind of get it. So yeah, man, that's what I've been. The followers from YouTube has helped me with that. Like I tell them, like, bear with me, because my Spanish, it's okay, but it's not that great because, like I said, I lived with my wife for 22 years, and I'm still constantly, when I wake up to go to sleep, and I'm with her and all my clients speaking to me English. It's back and forth, but more English. So it's kind of like I forget. You know what I mean? Not that I forget, but it's just it's tricky. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man. Who knows? We can speak a little Spanish and see how good my Spanish is.
How long you been speaking it, or been trying to speak in it?
7 semanas.
Wow, 7 semanas, and you know that good and write it that good?
Sí, pero estudié en la escuela durante 4 años antes.
Mm-hmm.
Pero cuando eres más joven,
Sí.
no te importa.
Okay, sí,
Pero,
yes.
Pero ahora me importa.
Wow, let me tell you, bravo. You know what bravo means, right?
Yes.
Dude, let me applaud you, bro. You tell me that I speak English good. You speak Spanish better than me. For 7 weeks, dude. It's still taking me 27 years to speak this good English, and you do it in 7 weeks. You know that's fine, man. What, you should be working in Telemundo. Yo, you just have. Listen, I completely understood you. You talk a whole sentence in Spanish, and I understood you completely, and barely with any accent. I mean, yeah, but 7 weeks to come on, man. That's awesome, bro.
Hay mucha gente, hay mucha gente mexicana aquí.
Okay. Y te ayuda.
Wait, hold on, I couldn't hear you.
Muchos mexicanos te ayudan con tu español.
Sí. Sí, mucho práctica.
Pero bueno español. Y tienes amigos que te traduzcan.
Sí.
Meaning,
Sí.
you have friends that, meaning you have to have friends, or not friends, but someone that do speak English and Spanish, and when you hear something that catch you, like what that means, and you, that's how I learned my English. When I'm like, that's different, like why and because, but it's not the same, but it has different meaning for different reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the same thing is with Spanish. So you could learn the basic. Yes, come over here. My wife, I've been teaching her, and she still know. Like, apaga la luz, deja eso, mira. Like, and she does it real smooth, but she cannot say the whole sentence like you do. And she's been with me for like 22 years. You follow me? What I'm saying? But what I'm saying, is you should have someone that could, like, whenever they tell you, like, oh, deja eso, mira, you be like, hold on a second, what's that mean? Deja eso is leave it alone, or look at this, mira, and you be like, oh, okay, mira, and then keep, you know what I mean? You can't, whatever that sounds good or smooth or whatever, because like my favorite. You want to hear exactly what was my favorite English word? Because that was, oh man, I could tell you a story when I got here on 1991. I said about like 2 years after, I decided to take the train to go to from here, from Lawrence, to go to Boston, and and by myself. Getting there was fine, but when I come back, I read the train that it was supposed to come. It was supposed to be to go to like a certain. I thought it was gonna say Lawrence, but there was no sign that says Lawrence. It says Lowell. So I'm like, so which one is gonna go to Lawrence? And I didn't know no English that good. And here I am. I'm like, okay, so I guess this one sounds familiar. Lowell, that's next to Lawrence. So I'm gonna take that one. Well, I got lost. I got all the way to Lowell, but not to Lawrence. So then I'm finding myself talking to the bus driver. He's like, what's going on? What happened? I'm like, me? I came from Puerto Rico, and then I live in Lawrence. And me, because why I think they lowered. And I was like, the guy was like, what are you saying? I can't understand you. I'm like, yeah, I can. I don't know how to speak English, but I think I took the wrong train, and supposed to be in Lawrence, and I'm only, and that I remember very clearly. I was that was the very next day. It was my birthday, and the whole thing is that, with the little bit that I knew, I was like, I need to go to Lawrence, and he kind of knew a little bit, so. Well, they took me from the Peter Pan and took me to Lawrence, but it was funny. It's just like, you don't know how valuable it is to know other language. You know what I mean? Like, because you never know. So.
Sí, muy importante.
Yes, sí, muy importante, muy importante.
Sí, no hablas otros idiomas.
No. What's it called?
Solo inglés y español.
Inglés, español, sí. Yeah.
Estoy aprendiendo ruso ahora.
Ooh, man, that's why you because you got that determination to learn other language. That's awesome, and that's a hard one right there.
Sí, muy difícil. La pronunciación en idioma ruso es muy difícil.
Sí.
Pero la gramática es fácil.
Oh, sí.
Sí.
Oh, wow. So, y comparado con español, el ruso es más fuerte, right?
No. Let me see. Okay. En idioma ruso, dice yo estoy, voy, soy. En idioma ruso, solo ya. En español, yo estoy, voy. ¿Tú sabes?
No, No, so and in English, try to tell me in English now so I could kind of comprehend. So
Okay, so I was saying, like, I was saying in Russian, you only have, like, I was saying in Russian, you say, like, ya, like it's, like, ya means I in Spanish.
oh, Joe.
Yeah, so it's even hard to even explain it in English, so I bet it's probably hard to understand in Spanish. But,
Yeah.
so, like, in Spanish, to say I'm, right, or I, at all costs. That's to T-Mobile.
Gotta switch to T-Mobile. I just switched to T-Mobile like maybe a couple of months ago. But yeah, I don't like T-Mobile already. So you were saying the I like Joe.
See, okay, so let me try to explain it in Spanish again. Let me see if I can explain it in Spanish.
Okay.
En idioma ruso, yo digo, yo estoy, voy, soy. En idioma ruso, solo ya. En español, estoy, yo, voy. ¿Tú sabes?
Oh, so it's in Spanish it's more I, but in the different ways to say I whatever or I am or I'm going, but with the Russian it's just ya. That is just one word, not too many different ways to say.
Right. So like grammatica is fácil.
Oh, okay. But the
It's a lot easier to make sentences in Russian than Spanish.
And then they got there's this another stand-up comedian named Chris D'Ellis, and he made a one point of Russians, how they seem always like mad and angry, and how the twist is like the R is the opposite and the O with the X with the little X cross, and you see the R, we're gonna put it the other side around. You see that H? Fuck the H. We're gonna put it upside down. You see that O? You see that O? We're gonna put oh, you gotta see it, man. They should have they have it on YouTube. Just put Chris Dialis and put Russian. You're gonna remember me, man, because you're talking about Russian. So now that you're talking to me about that, is I can imagine, man, because they way how they talk and the writing, how everything is just wow.
Yeah, the alphabet is that Cyrillic alphabet is kind of crazy, but yeah, like I was saying, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's good. It's weird because it's like I know more Spanish than Russian, but it's like with Russian, I know different conversation than Spanish. Does that make sense?
Said it one more time. Say it again.
So like like I know more Spanish than Russian.
Okay.
But there are things in Russian that I know that I don't know in Spanish.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a lot of stuff.
Okay, now I understand.
So it's like the conversation that I would have in Russian would be different than Spanish. Like I can't have the same conversations in Russian and in Spanish.
Now let me ask you: do you feel that you could speak more fluently, or you understand them more fluently Russian than Spanish?
I understand Spanish more. The Russian is weird because, like, I'll understand like words because I hear these words a lot. So like through conversations over the years, like I would hear the words, but I don't know what they mean. It's almost like a child, you know, like a child growing up around something, they hear it so much, but they don't know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of words I'll hear in conversation, you'll hear the same words a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what it means quite yet. But so I would say it's the Spanish.
Okay.
I
Okay.
understand the Spanish more.
Man, I gotta give it to you, man. It's 3 language. I gotta catch up, man. I gotta catch up.
I'm trying. Okay, like
The closest thing, I'm trying to buy some lens there, and I was on YouTube at 2 in the morning yesterday watching a Chinese dude talking in Chinese, and the only thing that I learned that I could understand was Sony, Sony, and I'm like, my wife is like, what are you watching? I'm like, babe, I'm trying to learn Chinese. She's like, no way. And I'm like, I don't know. I know that he got something that I like, but he's the only one that have it, and yet it's in his language. And I'm trying to see if I could comprehend, but not a word.
that's funny.
And you may think that since she's Filipina that but no. Yeah, man. The Spanish, like I said, man, I gotta give it to you. You surprised me when you wrote it. I thought for a minute you were Dominican. I'm like, oh, let me hold on a second. He's from New York. He must be Dominican. Yep. And he talked you wrote it that Spanish with the point and the accent and everything. I'm like, hold on a second. I almost believe you that you were Spanish. Seriously, no word of a lie.
That's funny. You know, like last week, I had a Puerto Rican guy in the barber shop, and he didn't speak any English at all. And I was like, oh, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where all my practice comes.
It come in handy. But did it work? Did it work out?
Yeah. It's funny because he walked in, I was like, hey, you need a haircut? And he looked at me like with big eyes, and he was like, no English.
Oh.
So I just smiled at him, and I was like, I'm from Boca. And then so he comes back with me, and I started speaking with him in Spanish. And he was like, okay, so we start speaking more. Like the more we start speaking, you realize, oh wow, yeah, he knows, like himself. So then I asked him, I was like, Tito Pindy? He's like, yeah, I was surprised that I speak Spanish. And then he's like, wow, I didn't expect. It was really funny because he was a cool guy. I learned a lot about him. We were talking for an hour. So it's good practice.
Wow, that's good. When you were talking with him for that hour, that turned out to be good. A good conversation. You know what is funny now that you mention it? Watch this. All the barbers that I work with, most of them they didn't speak English, and most of the time, the Americans like to go to the block, to the hood, to get the haircut. But the only thing that they suck is most of the time, they're like, when they get a haircut with me, they're surprised. They're like, yeah, you speak, at least I could understand you with the way you talk English. So that's why I get my haircut with you. I tried with this guy, but he couldn't comprehend me, and he ended up missing my haircut. And then I found out that you speak English, and I'm like, so what I'm saying is, that's one thing that I got to my advantage, because I knew how to talk English. All the Americans, they went to the barbershop, since I speak, even though my English is rusty, they're like, yeah, I can still understand you. And then once you cut the way you cut, and plus you talk very good English, that's why I'm like with you. And I'm like, but the other ones, they're actually pretty good too. It's just sometimes I tell her not to do the beer, and I have to force myself. I don't even know Spanish. I'm like, no barba. Yeah, so yeah, it's funny because I could comprehend everything. Like I could see you as a English, but then the guy is the opposite. Don't know English, and in my case, in my part is that I know English, and the other one in English. But when they go first and they go with the barber who don't know English but they know Spanish and they don't know English, it's just like crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I actually, man, I have a few clients that don't speak English at all. And it's actually it's kind of funny though, because at least the first time I've cut their hair, because you know they get surprised. They're like, "Oh, wow, you speak some Spanish?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
So you get blood. I'm telling you, man. You saw me and the when I was on the live stream and I saw when you put those words. I'm like, am I reading right? I'm like, hold on a second. I think that's Pedro is talking to me.
Yeah, no, right? Like people, it's weird because like people get surprised, and I'm just like, I guess it's like a pleasant surprise for some people because they're like they don't expect it at all.
You know what is? You know what? Another funny thing is that my wife, she's Filipino, but the way that you look at her, unless if you see like her eyes, you can kind of be like, okay, it got a little Asian on her, like Filipino. So when over here everybody's Dominican, Spanish and whatnot, you know, like more Dominican than everything, and she likes to eat go to the bodega and get that nice the Dominican food. And the people when they see her, because she still look kind of like she could be Spanish. The Dominican people are yeah, ¿qué tú quieres? Pa, 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 pa. And my wife is like, I don't speak Spanish, English, and they're like looking at her like, what? Like, yeah, they get confused. They're like, and then my mom is one of them. My mom, she start talking to her in Spanish, and I'm like, I'm like, Mama. I'm like, hello, Mom. She's and she's my mom. She's like, oh my God, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, man.
So yeah, we'll have to practice more. We'll definitely have to practice more. Like it's cool because, like I say, like I'll just click on your videos and get some practice in. I'll just listen to you, or I'll read whatever you write in your like Instagram or YouTube. It's funny because I was talking to one of my clients about this today. I was like, because he was asking me, do I know how to read Spanish, read it right? And I was like, I guess, yes, slightly. Because, and I told him it's weird because I guess I know how to write it because it's all the Roman alphabet.
Okay.
The only difference is the accents that you put on the letters, which I've pretty much learned throughout the years, like of seeing words, like you know where the accents go. So I told him, I was like, I kind of do know how to read and write Spanish a little bit, probably like at a 4th grade level.
No, I tell you, man, I just surprised that within 7 weeks, you know, carrying a conversation, on top of you writing, when you were writing it with point and everything, with capital letters where it's supposed to, and whatever, everything where it goes. No wonder you're gonna be Ricky Ricardo when. Hey Lucy, I'm home. Yeah, man, they're gonna change your name to Big Papi David Ortiz.
Oh my goodness, Big Papi, uh-oh.
Yeah, so you from Florida?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Because you were telling no. You said Chicago, right? Hold on, New York, but because in the phone it says over here when I check it says something Florida, something.
Vive en Florida.
Yes. So kind of that's why I know you because then I remember you again from earlier. You it was never been in New York. Don't got anybody in New York, but you raised and born in Chicago, right?
Yeah, all over the place. It's kind of like how I got the name New York, actually. I'll just tell you the funny story. So, like, we moved here. We moved here like 3 years ago to start Barber. So, like, when I was living in Florida, I had just realized I wanted to become a barber. And I was like, let's move to Texas to become a barber. So we moved here. I started barber college. And I started with, I think, like 6 or 7 guys. So, like, we were all on our first week, like, oh, where are you from? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. So it gets to me, and I'm like, I'm not really from anywhere, really. I've lived a bunch of different places, and I was like, yeah, I've lived here, there, blah, blah, blah. So then there's one guy that started with us. He's like the class clown, he's the Joker. That's actually his name. His name was actually Joker. And he was he was like, oh, big city guy, huh? New York City.
Oh.
And he said it just like this. And I just laughed. I was like, oh, funny. So then he kept calling me New York. And then, so everyone else would hear him call me New York. And then everybody in the school called me New York. Everybody.
Oh, wow.
And then the funny thing is, a lot of people thought I'm from New York. And then what's even funnier is nobody even knew where I'm actually from. Like it was just a joke in the school for the longest time. Like no one knew where I was actually from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so only in Barber they call me New York. Only in Barber.
Okay.
Like my family doesn't call me New York. It's just a Barber thing.
Okay. Man, that's it's good to hear. See, I like to hear your story and everything too. Knowing about you too, exactly with the name and everything. And oh man, so Chicago, you were definitely born and raised there, and you still go there, or you still there right now?
No. Vivo en Texas.
Oh, vives en Texas?
Sí.
Okay. And how's Texas over there?
Muy bien.
Muy bueno. Mexicanos, muchos mexicanos.
Sí, hay muchos mexicanos aquí.
¿Cómo te gusta recortar el pelo de ellos?
Sí.
¿Te gusta recortar el pelo de ellos?
Yep. Sí.
Mucho.
I,
¿Fácil?
No. Oh, sí, fácil. Muy fácil.
Okay.
Tengo mucho mexicanos clientes.
Uh-huh.
Sí.
Son pelo bien vivo, como el chino. Más o menos. Y
Maybe like dos, tres clientes.
I was gonna ask you. There was a guy there. Are you there?
Yeah,
When we went the live, I was talking about the Andes, and there was a guy there. Was like, yeah, Andy promotes him. Yeah, it was saying he's like, yeah, he's with Andes, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it's funny. There's so many running jokes. Came around. Too bad he's not here to defend himself right now. 'Cause I'm about to throw him under the bus. But him and a whole bunch of people online. I'm sure, like, you've been on YouTube long enough, so you probably know what I'm about, like what I'm gonna say when I say this. Sometimes you can't avoid what you are based off of what people tell you are on the internet. So it's like if the internet makes up this story about you, no matter how much you tell them it's not true, they'll still run with the story or the lie or whatever.
Got it.
So it's known, like a lot of people know this. Pretty much all of my clippers and trimmers are Andes. All of it. So when people see me do like a product review or I'm talking about my clippers or something, they're like, oh, I see you're really pro Andes. Oh, you must.
Yes. Man, I know exactly now what you're saying, because I go with the same thing over here. Now, let me ask you real quick before I go further. I'm a big Andy 2. Okay, even though it doesn't seem like it, I am. Right now, what's you as for clipper and for trimmer? What is the you favorite right now?
Okay. So it depends. So like as far as clippers, I have 3 different clippers and I have about 2 different trimmers.
Okay.
So the clippers, I have a pair of masters.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with those. The cable ones, the real nice heavy duty one. Yep.
Right. Actually it's funny, I have a pair of fat masters, but I don't really use them that much lately. I haven't been using them a lot lately. But that's just, I don't even include that right now. But the masters, I cut with the cordless NDLI.
Those are my favorite. That's my number 1 trimmer, and I have the
No. The NDLI.
oh the slimline, the NDLI slim.
No. The ND.
Oh, ND. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Yes. I was gonna try those the other day. I even did put it in the blog. I went to Sally's and I even put it real quick. So yeah, how you like those?
Okay. Listen, escúchame.
Okay.
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 I love the Indies. People know this. Like, the Indies was my first pair of cordless clippers. Now, I did a video. It's called the 3 cordless NDLI hack. That I did some stuff to my Indies. I put the wall fade blade on my Indies, and I love them more now than ever.
See, cause there you go. That's what I was saying. I'm like, man, I like the way how they look and feel. And actually, the one that I did the interview, Jeffrey, that is the one that helped me, and he has a pair of Andy, the Supreme, but it's not the same as the one that I saw at Sally's. They like gray and black. The Andy one, right? So when I look at the blade, it has the curvy blade. I'm like, man, I like that flap. Even with the Andy Master, I switched the blade. I put the Fade Master blade because I like the flat. I think it is better for me. I mean, in my opinion, it fades a lot better. So you mean to tell me that the blade from the wall, the flat one, could fit to the Andes?
On the NDLI.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, and I use the wall guard. You can use the single magnetic, but it depends. Like they fit, but they slide. Like let's say you're cutting like a black person, and you're trying to take down their hair, and let's say it gets caught.
It moves.
The blade will move.
Yes.
Or it'll come off. So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Using it like this. You can use. I've heard people using the double magnetics on there, but you have to like modify.
Yeah, I see. I have those. I have the double magnetics, and when the apps still have the whole setup, the double magnetic, and that's one thing that I like them because they have what I like. That's another thing that I did in one of my videos. I do everything like comparing it. The guards, especially the guards. Like I believe Andy's, the guards, I love it. The reason why I love them is because they have a lot of teeth and they don't run so big like the walls. They're too bulky and too separate and don't have too many. And I like when the more teeth the guards have, the better it's gonna grab. I feel. But the only downside of those to me was just like you were saying, if I'm cutting like a Dominican or a black person, it gets stuck or kind of like it moves a little bit, and that's the only sucky part. Like if they have like a metal, now my favorite clip guard that I swear and go by it are the red ones, the Speed Zero guide. Have you the
Speedo?
Yeah, the Speedo. Oh man, I'm a big believer of those. They're like, I mean, the only one that I use is the normal one is the the 1 and the 1/16 of the wall. After that, from all the way up is gonna be Speedo. And it's just because it's more the clip that give me the secureness that is gonna stay in, and then it has the teeth, a lot of teeth compared to the wall. The wall, they're too bulky and too open, and this one are very compressed and more teeth. And then the metal clip is just insane. Like if Andy, the magnetic one, they put the little clip. Oh man, that's it's gonna be out of the park. They should come out with that.
Yeah, like the single, I'm not a big fan of the single magnetic, but I love the double magnetic. And it's funny because if I had to choose like which guards I'd use out of like Wall or Andis, I'm gonna choose the Andis double magnetic. It's funny, like if you ever watch my videos off fade with the Indies, so like I'll use a combination of blades and guards when I fade a lot of times. I'll create a guideline with the lever open on the clipper, fade it out, then I'll put the blades on, like the 1.5 blade, 1-inch guideline. Then I'll fade it out with the half guard, the wall half. And then everything above that, I'll just finish everything else with the blade, like a 3.5 or 2, 1.5, whatever. But I just have a weird combination that I don't think I've seen many people use the combination that I use. But it just works for me.
But that's the beauty of this. They, when you look at other people, how there's a lot of big portion that everybody does the same. But I get what you're saying. I got my own little way. Like all my subscribers, like, how come you use this, but then you use this, like the red ones, and where can I find them? They seems like it grab a lot better and blah blah blah. Then I show them the other ones. Like I bought the premiums. And I didn't the wall premiums, and I didn't like them either. And the ones. So I was gonna ask you. That's another question. So is a big difference the single magnetic from the double?
Oh yeah, big difference. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why they came out with the single. I kind of do know why they came out with the single, but they could have left that at home. But the doubles are way better, in my opinion. And I know recently they came out with that half and a 1.5 for the single, which I was just like, exactly. They're trying to like cover their tracks because they knew these were bad guards. But I was just like, why did they just make them just like the doubles? I don't know why they tried to reinvent something.
And for the trimmers, which one you have?
Okay, trimmers. And by the way, of course, I got the Super EPR. That's the other clipper that I got. So the trimmers that I use the slim line and TI lines, just real basic.
And out of that, those two, if you had to take one, which one you would stay with?
The TI lines.
Yes, man. Those are. Yeah. Put it this way, right? Always since 20 years ago. Used to love the TI line as the cable, and then when the GTX, forget about it, the best. But the only problem is, like always, they give you a headache once they get out of calibration and all that. And well, then now, I've been, every time since I do the channel, I'm constantly buying because I like to do the review and I like to, we like big kids with the tools, so. I end up buying it, and why not? So for the longest, I have this guy telling me, Jeff, you gotta get the TI liners, and I'm like, well, like a year after. And when I got it, and I followed this guy, I don't know if you know him, Morono one. He's very, very informative and very good, and he got his own very style to it. And he's the one that invent the skeleton, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
So he showed me, he did one explanation what exactly it is, the solder movement on the blade inside of it, and I followed his instruction and I did it, and man, he was not lying. Those hit like I haven't had, knock on wood, I haven't had no problems they're my number one hitters. And so guess what? So I end up buying. Then after that, the Baby Bliss Rose Gold, and I didn't like it. Then I end up buying the Baby Bliss, the FX Gold that I paid $300. They're good power. They're good for good thick hair, but not every kind of hair. It doesn't want to cut because the blade is kind of like the GTX, but the top blade is too thick, too wide. I mean, not by wide, but I mean like thick, and it doesn't go in. And another trimmer that I think is fantastic, that is going under the radar big time, is the bevel.
Hold on. No. Don't say it. I want to see if I can guess this one. Now, I did a video. I was like, which trimmer is best? And I put the cordless TI liner, the gold SX, and the wall detailing. And it's funny because I haven't used any of these trimmers. I only based that opinionated video off of what I saw other people, like how they use the trimmer and how I saw it perform. And it's funny because I got a comment yesterday from someone. I wish, hold on, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can read this comment, because it was really funny. I was like, I wanted to reply back to the guy, but I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it because I was like, I don't want to go back and forth in the comments with someone.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
I do love going back and forth in the comments with people, but typically I only do that on my MMA videos. I don't do that on the Barber videos. Because the MMA videos, people, you'll definitely see me talk crazy. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. He's like, I think your video should be titled, Guessing Which Trimmer is Best, or Haven't Tried, Therefore I Have No Idea Which Trimmer is Best, or Opinion of the Day. Because what can you really say about something you've never tried? So when I saw that comment, I laughed. Actually, let me put a heart by this while I'm at it. Because it's hilarious. So with the video, I said, I think the wall detailer is the trimmer to buy.
Let me tell you this, right? So I have, like I was telling you, you close to it. I'm gonna get to that. You there, and you definitely you hit it in the nail, right? But watch this. Another trimmer that it goes under the radar big time, and a lot of people give them bad reviews, and I'm like, what? The bevel. Oh man, I'm telling you,
The new one?
the new one with the TY blade. Oh my god, that I haven't seen anything that is so comfortable that it, especially to clean the sides. You know how small. Listen, the widest blade on the market right now is that one. Even the GTX and the wider than GTX. Put it this way. Get this. You know the wall Bolden, right?
Yeah.
Which is for the Supra is the 05 triple, whatever they call it, the 05, right? Well, that blade, right, is pretty wide, and I put it to, I always modify my machine, so I put it back 2-3 years ago. I put that blade, the Bolden, on the magic clip, so I could speed up my cleaning on the side and not using my trimmers, because most of the time it takes more time, and then on top of it, it gets stuck. You know what I mean? And then you gotta recalibrate and all that. With the Bolden and having a strong engine like the rotary of the wall, it makes me speed up. So anyway, I got the bevel, and the bevel TY blade is way bigger than the Bolden. So when it's time to clean the side, unbelievable. The way how you calibrate it is detachable, and you could adjust it and disadjust it, and even through wet hair, which I mean distant, and then the power is unbelievable. I have known to work all day with them, not have to charge them, and I haven't had no issues whatsoever. But then I'm like, I'm all set with the stuff. I mean, I got the TI liner when I did that, and the most that I find myself going is the TI liner, even more than the Baby Bliss. And then when I got the bevel, I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna use the bevel to do the size, to speed up, and then for the box out, I'm gonna use my TL liner. And to do the shaving, the electric shaver, believe it or not, Andy shaver to me is the best. I even have the Series 9, and people call me crazy. Oh, how can you say the Series 9 is not better than the Andes? And they don't get it. But I still use it for other stuff. So I'm like, I'm straight with the trimmers. Okay, I'm good. And then here it is. Wall detailers, they throw the cordless, and I'm like, I saw that they did the imitation ones before those they came out, and I'm like, they're still too small. And I'm like, it's too small, man. I know how the small one was, but then when I see that they were kind of long, and I'm like, let me try. I'm like, I'm already. Oh, before that, way before that, before I start buying the Andes TL liner, the Baby Bliss, and the bevel, my favorite one that I was using for 2-3 years, and I had 2 of them, Andy Slim line. And so I'm like, I'm good in the department. I have plenty of trimmers. There's no other trimmer that is gonna beat my TL liner. Man, I hate to say it. I don't know where. Listen, I've been doing. I have a section in my YouTube and Instagram. It's called the Debate of Machine, and that's another thing that is getting me a lot of views. Cause I see
debate de máquina.
See.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I said, you know what I mean? Everybody, it's like I said, a rainbow wouldn't be, imagine a rainbow just white. There wouldn't be no debate. That's why there's McDonald's and Burger. That's why there's Honda and Toyota, for everybody's choice. And it's understandable. But at the minute that you like something, there's going to be like 50 that they're not going to agree with you. They're like, nah, you crazy. You just an Andy's guy and all that. And I'm like, no, it's not that. I go with what it works for me, what makes my life a lot easier and less headache. So,
Okay, I have a question.
go ahead.
So I'm thinking about, like I said, I think I'm pretty good. I'm gonna buy the cord with the outline. I think that's pretty much a given. Now, seeing how that's the case, so the only corded trimmers I have in my arsenal left is the Andes Master, the Fat Master, and my 2 pair of TL liners. I'm trying to get rid of these because the cords, they really are getting annoying.
Oh,
They really are. Now, I'm debating. Now, okay, I think I'm done with the TL liners. Cool. The question is there a cordless trimmer out there good enough where I can comfortably put away my TL liners? Because I know you've tried them all, you've seen them all, you've done it all. So you got to give me your opinion. You got to be honest with me too.
listen, I already did the debate. I put the Baby Bliss against the wall detailer, and to me, the wall detailer have it all. I put my bevel and my detailer, and I love my bevel, and the reason why is more versatile and all that, but still gotta give it to the detailer. Now, I haven't yet set the detailer with the Andes because I always say I gotta give at least 6 months in order to give a comprehensive opinion. My opinion could change every time. Every time it could change because some trimmers or some machines, you know how it goes. You have to break them. You know what I mean? Use them and break them. And sometimes when you use it to a machine, or you don't even want to pick up the other machine because you don't even want to. It works so good, the one that you used to, that you don't even want to give them a break. So I'm trying to push myself and give a break to it. And the only one that has actually kept my Andes TL liner set in the charger and not using it so much is the wall detailers.
So I should get some details.
I mean, and like I always tell to everybody, what I'm saying is what works for me, and what works for me doesn't necessarily means that it's gonna work for you. But give it a try. Just give it a try because that's the only way that you really gonna find out. But man, I'm gonna tell you why. Check it out. The only thing that I hate, or not hate, but I could deal with it about the TL liner, There's only one thing, and you know this: the blade gets too hot.
Yeah.
Okay. The baby bliss, just like I said, it's too bulky, too big, all right, too loud. The battery dies too quick. And it don't.
Does?
Oh yeah, the battery dies within like I known to do maybe three haircuts, and I have to charge it. The little light is blinking. I got two baby clippers, baby bliss Flex, which I was one of the first one who modifies the blade. I put my favorite all time blade is the Magic Clip, the Crunch technology. I like that, and I put it into my baby bliss, and oh my god, those baby bliss clipper, whoo, those are the one has stopped me to get the Andy Supra, to tell you the truth. And I was not going with the Boss and Boss because man, they really, and I thought that the baby bliss trimmer, it was gonna be like that, but it's not. It's too bulky, too big. The completely opposite of the clipper. The clipper is really light, like it looks big, but then the handle, it feels so great and so maneuverable, and the way how you turn it on and off. The only downside about the baby bliss is that the battery also on the clipper lasts you like maybe like an hour, and they die. So I have to buy two. So I got two. If you see my videos and you see my station, what I'm rolling, I have those two baby bliss clipper. I have the baby bliss trimmer, the gold. I have the wall 19s, right? And those wall 19s, I don't like the curving ones, the curve, the blade that comes with the original. Don't like that. So what I did, I put the Magic Clip. Bingo, it worked like a charm. And then I got always my faithful Magic Clip, since because the lightweight, especially with little kids. And then I like to, freestyle on top, cleaning, grooming the beard and the top. And I bought the Magic Clip, the metal edition. Bummed me out, bro. It bummed me out. I thought that they thinking like I was thinking, how I did because the body looks like the 119, and they put the Magic Clip blade, but the engine, I test the minute that when I did the open review, you could hear my expression, and you could hear the sound that doesn't sound powerful. I have them there, and I'm about to put it in a giveaway, to tell you the truth. And so yeah, man. But I have my pair of Masters, the Andy Fay Master. That was my favorite for the longest. But then, just like you said, the cable got annoying. It's getting in the weight, and then they're little. You know how heavy they are, man. They're really heavy. And I hope they working with them. You know how it goes. I just hope that the Masters, the new ones, that's what I was telling in my Q&A. I hope they make them a little smaller and a little tighter, and I hope they're not too heavy. And I hope they do it like they did the trimmer, the T liner, and then we talking. Then I probably that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From what I heard, they are about the same size. They're about 30% lighter.
That's good.
Of course, it doesn't sound the same. You can hear the hair being cut, but it's not like the
crunchy sound. Right.
Yeah. But other than that, so I've heard some people say they were loud, but I think they were listening to like a weird pair of clippers. Because I've seen some where they sound normal, but from what I hear, they cut good. So I'm excited. I can't wait. If I can use my double magnetic and the cordless clipper, shoot, I would be in there.
Oh yes, I'm here. Do you know what? And this is what I tell people, like, man, you are like an Andes, but yeah, you have a lot of wall clippers and babyless, and I'm like, check this out. I make a good thing. I'm like, the baby bliss, they look like skeleton. Guess who they took that from? From Andes. Even the blade, it looks like the GTX. Guess where they took it from? Andes. You know what I mean? So they're the original. They've been in the game for so long. Now Andes and Wall, they're like Lexus and Mercedes Benz, and these other ones are like Civics, Hondas trying to catch up. and try to imitate them. So that's what I strictly set up. And just because I said that, at the same time, I'm not like, I still use the trimmer, the Baby Bliss FX Gold, for when it's like tough hair. I definitely use them, keep them, because I see the power, but not for everything else. So every machine is usable, but there's one that you're gonna find consistently using, and that is not gonna give you headaches, and it's gonna be versatile, and you're gonna use them all the time. And those define myself is the trimmer Andes and the cordless TL liner. And the cordless TL liner, I bought it 4 weeks ago, and now when I go to do the section of interview barber from another barber, I see 3 people already. They have the cordless TL liner. I mean the wall detailer, and I ask them, like, tell me the honest truth, and in front of the video, and they're like, they're my favorite. Everybody, they're my favorite. And then I ask them about the FX, and they, without me saying nothing, they say the same thing. It was like, oh, I had it and I give it away, or I sold it. No, it's something that is missing, or something too heavy. It's way too heavy, or the battery died. Same thing. Like, it's unbelievable. And the one that you see that they still have a lot, the TL liner, the Andes TL liner, is one of the favorite. Another one that you see in the when I go and I do the interview, and because I got the section, I interview, and within the section, there's a section that I call the barber's little toys, and that's, show me your tools, show me what you got, which one is your favorite, and tell me the reason why. And another one that they have, Magic Clip, is always there, and the Wall 1919s, and so here and there some with the Envy, the cordless Envy, and seniors, cordless seniors, yeah, those two.
That's funny, because I hear people say they don't like the cordless TL liner with that blade on it. I hear a lot of people say it's dope if you put the GTX blade on it.
Oh, that's the first thing. That's the first thing. Listen, you go to my open review, right? I did the open review, and what I do the comparison, the old one with the new one, and in top of it, if I don't like the way how they come out, if they don't hit right in the spot, I do the calibration, or I do the modification. In this case, what I did right away, I put the GTX, because it's my one-time favorite blade in that, and I was like, okay. So I put it, I tried everything, didn't hit it all. Sure enough, I put back the stock blade, and I did the adjustment inside for the brown little paper that always there's inside of the blade. Well, that piece of a brown thing, with the heat and time, it will expand, so that will not make the blade move from side to side very well. In other occasion, it goes up and down, and that's when you got the sudden movement. And when it moves up and down, what you gotta do is get one of those the like pliers, not a pliers, the pressure thingy, and you put pressure in each corner so that brown paper expand, and then you're gonna see that it's not gonna move, but then you're gonna grab the corner of one of the blades and scratch just a little bit. That when you put the blade again, it's gonna move to side fine, and then when you go up and down, it doesn't move. Once you do that, it's history. It's about calibration, getting it nice to be even. I did that, man. I haven't done that. How long? I can't remember. I haven't even touched them. And my worry is, my worry always used to be, with the GTX, with the cable, or the TL liners. Those, when there's a lot of bulk hair, you can go too fast because you get them out of calibration. With this one, I haven't had that problem at all, and they hit like how I always wanted to hit. And then having the teeth so small, it doesn't get stuck when you go up. And those people that got the porous's big, real big, the teeth doesn't get stuck. So that one is just like my baby, my Andy TL liner. But now the freaking wall detailers, they're like, hold on, we are here. We wall for some reason too. You know what I mean? So So one detailer, they're fighting to keep their name alive. You understand what I'm saying? No, not fighting, but they're saying, "Hello, we the pioneers of these things."
But you're saying the TL liner with, and you can keep the regular blade is just fine. Just do the little modification.
That's right. That's it. That's it. Yes. When you do that, when you do that little modification and you keep the stock blade, believe me, you're gonna go from loving it to getting married with them.
See, you put a lot on it, though. You put a lot on it.
Yeah.
You make my decision tough. So just saying detailers, but now you're saying the core.
Oh no, okay. So yeah, okay. So watch this. So the detailer, you want to hear something crazy? Out of the box, I only put a little bit of oil one time and using the cool care and put them to work. That's it. And they hit like, and I have no trouble. And the weight is, they sound, if not quieter than the TL liners. They're pretty much the same weight. But I'm gonna put it like this. You know how you see everybody was doing also getting the Andy Slimline and putting the GTX.
Oh yeah.
That's how it feels. That's how the detailers feel. The only thing is the body is a little thicker, and then it has the classic look of the detailer, and then it has the blade that a detailer used to have, but the engine is not the same as the detailer cable. They used to be like real, you can't even feel the power because and then so little. With this one, you feel the premium weight, you feel the power, and then the blade, I don't know what they did to it, but it's so sharp and so thin that it's competing with the Andy. But what I'm saying is, I haven't yet put that one with the Andy's TL liner because it's only 4 weeks that I only have it. And sometimes already, like I was telling everybody, sometimes when you know, even a week, it don't have to take six months to know. But in reality, that the TL liner is being so great to me and I've been having it for the longest, I want to be fair, that I want to give them more time to the detailer to see how they still catch up and keep working it. That's why everybody right now on my YouTube channel, that's the one that keep asking me, and I'm not putting it yet. They're like, yo, so okay, you already done all the debates with all this machine. We want to know what's up with the Andys and Wall detailer. And that's the tough one, and that's the one that I'm saying I'm big lover of the TL liner, my number one. And before that, it was the Andy Slimline. Before all those arrived, but right now, I'm telling you, Wall detailer is. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the battle right there. When you hear it from me, man. Listen, there's this guy Chris Bosio, which is pretty good what he does and everything. And I think I think now, because maybe I'm just assuming, and I don't want to assume, but I think since he's more been with the baby list and promoting them and all that, he's forced to say. But I remember him doing a open review with the Wall detailers, and I saw his expression, and he wanted to say like, "Yo, these are the real truth." And he tested with everybody and with his barber crew, and his barber crew, they were like, "These are Wall detailers?" They were like, I'm about to switch. And other ones, they were like, nah, I'm going to keep my baby FX. And that alone right there, I was like, okay, there's something going on. Let me just buy. I already got my setup, but let me see what's the fuss about until I got it. And it's like I'm saying, like, some people, they don't want to admit it because they're promoting or they're sponsored by the company. But me, it's like, hey, when something works for me, I'm not gonna cover the sun with one hand. I know the real truth. When it works, and if it's, you know what I mean. That's how I feel, you know.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I saw that video. I was like, I could see the guy like, these details know, where
Am I right? Am I right? Right? That you saw what I saw, right?
yeah, I smelled the cover up, but it's funny because I had a feeling the detailers were going to be good. Just even before I knew they were coming out, I knew they were going to be good because the corded detailer is a good trimmer. There's a lot of things that I don't like about it.
I agree with you 100% right there.
But I knew that it was almost like if they did it just like the corded version, they can't lose because it's already a rotary motor, which is like a lot of like the cordless T-outliner. It's tricky because it's like it's like a step down. So the detail is like as long as they can keep the same amount of power or close to the regular corded one and keep everything the same, they're gonna win.
Oh, they have more power than the quarter one. That's what I'm saying. And then you know how small the detailer was, which for little kids and for corners that are uncomfortable, they were great. But now with the long reach, making it long, oh my God. And another thing that I was saying today is, you know how a lot of people like to do the skeleton to the Andes, and that's how the Baby Bliss copy.
Right.
Have you noticed with the detailers, you don't see nobody doing that because they got that curve that actually it makes you able to go in front of the forehead perfectly, penetrate the blade perfectly, and around the corner. So the visibility is beautiful. So to me, what I think what they did the wall detailers. You remember the one they did with the little lever on the side? I never got those. I knew that I was not gonna be. I knew. So I think what they did is like they were experimenting, but then when they saw Andy's T liner, they did the Andy's T liner cordless. That's when they're like, hold on, we gotta step up and go with the classic, and that's what they doing. They bringing the classic from the cable, bringing it into the cordless industry, and that's why I'm putting money that they're gonna be, hopefully they're gonna be like the Andy's the trimmer. Now another thing that I hope they do, I was a big fan of the legend, the wall legend, and I'm saying watch them hopefully make them cordless too. I said it. I predicted this, and it's in one of my videos. I said, I'm like, they're gonna make the magic clip. Be careful if they don't make the magic clip heavier and stronger. And sure enough, I have it in my stable. But the only thing that they failed me is that engine is not powerful. I mean, I have them. I bought them. I spent $189. And they sitting there. I don't even. They disappoint me, big time.
You know what? It's funny. And I'm probably one of the few weird people out there because I've heard people say this to me in the comments, like what kind of person wants a clipper that cuts low? Like me personally, I don't like clippers that are too powerful and cut too fast. I like the floor clipper. That's just me.
Like which one? Like you think the magic clip is too rough and too cleans too much and too powerful? Not too powerful, but too, like what you're saying?
No. Not just the magic clip. It's just like with the indies, because like sometimes the indies, it depends. Like they don't cut like super fast, but like with the Supras, right? Because you can adjust the speed.
Right.
People ask me, "Oh, do you cut with what? Do you ever even adjust the speed?" And I tell people, "Yeah, I adjust the speed all the time." Like,
yeah, I remember you. That's when I watch you. That's when I remember you saying it in the video that you adjusted. It all depends and the different speed.
Yeah, because me, I actually stayed with the detachable. so it comes in handy.
And you are good. I was like, how he does it? You don't got no level, but then you like you were saying, the feathering, the flicking, the corners. I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's actually true. So I was close to about to get him, but then the Baby Bliss FX Gold came out, but I'm like, I still listen. Have you tried the Octane Oyster Octane?
Yeah, I've tried them. I've tried somebody else's. I like them. They're actually really nice. They have good power. I just don't like that damn sound, man.
Yeah, that sounds like so. But I like the sound of the Andy Supras. Let me tell you. And there's the old one and the new one. Do you recommend the new one or the old one?
I haven't tried the new one, unfortunately. I would love to.
And those have you tried? Now, do you recommend to get all the guards, the metal guards, that from 5550 all the way to the highest guard?
Yes and no. Yes, if you actually do plan on using them. But if you don't, if you just want to be like me, for instance, so let's say you want to be like me, exactly, I could recommend that you get the 50, the 000, the 1.5, 2, 3.5, and if you want, like I have a lot of blades. Like I have the 50, 40, 000, the OA 1, 1A, the Skip 2, the 1.5, the 2, 3.5, 3 3/4. I have the 3/4, and I have the 5/8. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because that's the way I was gonna. That was the route that I was gonna go. Because I go with the saying, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, the one blade I do regret buying was the 18 Skip 2. I don't even use it, to be honest.
Why?
I really don't.
How come?
But because I can get the job done using everything else. I think I just bought it because I thought it was cool. Honestly, I think that's why I bought it, because I thought it was cool. But I just don't use it. But you don't even need the 40 blade. You don't need it, to be honest. You really don't. You'll be fine with the 50. Like you can, like, cause all of my blades below the 1.5. I think my 1.5 too. Like I've zero gapped them, which I mean I don't recommend that people do that, but it's just something that I.
Wow, I didn't even know that. So that's see that you should do a video about that, how zero gapping, because there's not a lot of people. I didn't even know that, and I do a lot of modification on my part with my other side. That's something that you should definitely. If I get them, I would like to know how you do them. So it'd be a great video to have for sure, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because someone else mentioned that to me because in one of my detachable tutorials I was like, hey, there's zero gap, because I mentioned, because people, like a bunch of people were asking me this from the one tutorial. Because my 000 blade, I zero gapped it, but the blade shifted. So one side was like zero gaps, and the other side was slightly lower. So I was telling them in the tutorial, I use one side, and the side that's lower, I'll go up higher, and then the other side, I'll clean up the bottom.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I've done that with the old pass and with the trimmers of the GTX. I've done that in the past. I get what you're saying.
And I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened on accident, and I just never fixed it. So I'd have to.
Because it worked out for you advantage the way you use it, the technique.
Right. And like people were asking me about, like, oh, can you show how to zero gap it? So I think I'm gonna do this video. I'll probably do it next week. I'll shoot it next week. I'll probably upload it maybe the week after.
I'll be on the lookout for that, man. And what I'm gonna do is, the only clipper that I'm looking right now forward to get is the master, and then after that, if there's anything that I'm gonna get, is obviously it's gonna be the Supras. I want to start getting into the detachable. I know something is telling me that I should be getting to the detachable way long time ago, but you know how it is. You're like, yeah.
I'm surprised you've been barbering this long and you never used the detachable or like tried the fadeless? Like
You want to hear even something crazy? I haven't ever touched even an Oyster 76. None of that.
Wow. But you've been struggling all this time?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Your life, Jeff, your life might change after you buy one.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was close. I was close 7-8 months ago before I bought the Baby Bliss. Because the problem is simple. The freaking bigger machine with the metal clip, to remove bulk fast and everything. I think that's genius and that's faster. And I didn't catch that until a couple of, like I said, a year ago. But then I'm like, man, those Oyster, they look bananas. And then the Andy Supras too. I'm like, I mean, actually, I knew about them, the Supra, Andy Supra, for, I said, about 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't pay attention to like that. And then the Oyster 76s, since I remember in barbershop, that's I remember, before I was a barber, I remember every barber having one. But never crossed my mind of having one too. It just did. You know how it is. Wall, the Super Taper that went back then, and the GTX, and the seniors grade. I mean, in my background over here, the Dominicans, that's why they were running, and I ran out with that. But like my one of my barber, he was black and he was named like me, Jeff. He was the only one that I see out of the whole town that used the Oyster. I'm like, and I'm like, and how come these other Dominicans, they don't have it? I'm like, all of them, they just have walls and Andys and boom boom, but normal, So I went with that flow, that route. But then, like I said, 7 months ago, I'm like, okay, I gotta get those detachable, and I'm looking, and they're not too, there are few, but not, they don't know how to explain it how you kind of explain it. And I was, because of how you explain it, I was about to get them, but then here it comes the Baby Bliss, and I'm like, and it drift me one more time. So I just hope that with the Masters, it don't drift me one more time, because anyway, all my subscribers, they're like, man, you said about that you were gonna buy the Andy Supra or the Oyster Octane. And I'm like, yeah, I know I said that, but here we go, another clip, this, another trimmer. I find this.
It's funny because it all comes back to Daniel Morales. Because I was DMing him throughout the day today, and he was like, because he was showing me his clippers and stuff, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, just go get your damn barber license. Because, he's not like a barber, he just does it on the side, And I was like, dude, just go get your damn license, stop playing. You got all these clippers. I'm like, I know some licensed barbers that don't have as many clippers as you. But he was showing me. He said, he's like, man, yeah, I bought these detachable clippers because you. He's like, man, dude, changed my life. And I was like, yeah, man, these detachable, they will change your life if you use them the right way.
And you know how I could tell? Because finally, Bevel is the only one detachable trimmer, and it's a trimmer. And I see how good it is to clean the blade and everything, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And so I couldn't imagine the rest of the other stuff. I'm sure that's why, the expensive, how, because they're metal and well constructed. It's not a regular clip. So it just like, I know the bulk, to remove that bulk, especially the hair, back hair, the real. It's gonna glide to it, and I see it, and it's just like, that makes all the perfect sense. But whatchamacallit, I'm that's gonna be in my list. Trust me, that's gonna be in my list. After the Master, those are gonna be in my list.
Yeah, so like it's different. Like everyone uses their detachable different. Some people just use it to remove bulk. Some people use it to like bald out and remove bulk. I always say, like, if you don't want to jump in feet first, you can just kind of warm yourself into it. So, like, I always tell people, like, you can use it to remove bulk, bald out, and you can use it just to set in guidelines. They're really good for it. Like they take down hair. That's another thing I like about detachables is they have so many teeth. They pick up the hair and it cuts clean. Like the first
Yeah.
bite usually is.
And that's what I saw, and I'm like, that's what I saw, and that's what I like my Speedos because they have more teeth. They pick up better, so I could imagine those metal clip. They have even more teeth than the clippers. That's not a brainer. The only brain part was okay. They don't have a lever, so how are we gonna erase that line? But then you made a perfect sense how you could do it too, and I was like, okay, yeah, I know how to do that. I got that flick on me. I could get it that too, and sometimes it's not even that. It's switching the blade and obviously get the one with the other one, and I'm like that's not an issue, but still, I'm so that level, that little bit closer, a little bit until we get so caught up, and for so many years. That's one thing. That's one thing that I told all my subscribers. I'm like, you guys gotta break out from the same routine or the same machines or the same thing. You gotta try always something new because you don't know. You probably stuck on something that probably you working so hard, and maybe in the other machine that you give it a try is the one that makes you life a lot easier. But until you don't give it a try, you will not know. And it's so true, man. I can't wait until give it a try to those the Andre Supra with the detachable blades. I was even gonna buy the little tray with the cool tray they call it.
Yeah.
I was planning to buy all of them, even the ones that I don't need them, even the T wide whatever, everything. And then I went to so far the extension. That I was searching, I found out that they got ceramic blade. I was like, hold on a second. So that's another whole ball game too. Ceramic blade. And then I found out also that you could put the octane blades to the Andes and the Andes to the octane. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm a person that I do my research, man.
Yeah, your mind's gonna be blown because like I use. Okay, let me rewind. So like when I went to Barber, the first Barber college I went to get the regular license, they actually gave us 76ers and all the blades, and then they encouraged us to fade with the blade in the school. Now, of course, if you did it, that's up to you. So I pretty much I embraced it for the most part, and I was like, oh, this is not bad. But so I have Supras. The blades they gave us in school were Osters. So I used Oster blades on my Supras. And where it gets even deeper is I put the Andes ceramic blade on the cutting blade on my Oster blade.
Say that
I don't recommend it.
So you don't recommend... No, that's what you kind of lost me there. So you put which ceramic blade onto what, and then hold on. You put the blade, you put the ceramic blade on the oyster, but then use the oyster with that ceramic blade into the Andes, or all the way around.
The other way around. So I use the Andes ceramic cutting blade on the oyster blade.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Now, I don't recommend that anyone do that. I just recommend if you're going to buy them, just go and buy the Andes ceramic blade. The only reason I did that is because I had Oster blades already, and I didn't want to buy a whole fresh set of blades. It's a lot cheaper to buy the cutting blade.
So let me ask you. So you said you recommend me Andes detachable blade, but with ceramic, right?
To be honest, I've used Osters and then I've used these ceramic blades.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know. I did try it. I got the ceramic blade put on my wall seniors because they used to get really hot, and I was like, let me give it a try. And they do make the sound a lot quieter, but when they cut, they don't cut the same. They don't cut as sharp as the metal one. So but I heard a lot of people saying the ceramic blade works best to the fast feed oysters and the Andes. That's what the ceramic blade is good, not for the walls level clippers. So what you think about that?
I've never used the wall with the lever with the ceramic. I've only used I only know what I hear about the fast feeds, of course, with the ceramic, and that's great. But I love mine. The ones I use at the shop every day are the ones with the ceramic, and I love them.
And those are Andes or oyster?
They're oyster blades with the Andes ceramic cutting blade.
Oh, okay. Now you talking. Now I completely understand you. Well, but that's a crazy combination there. But then you use the blade with the ceramic Andes, and then you use it in the Andes machine, right?
Right. Yeah, I put those on the Super.
On the Supra, right? Okay. But you at the same time you said that if I do buy them, just stick with buying the Andes blade with the ceramic.
Yeah, if that's what you want, just buy the Andes blade with the ceramic.
Yeah, because
I only did that. Yeah, I only did it because I had the set of blades already, and it's much cheaper just to buy the ceramic cutting blades than buy a whole new set of blades.
hey, listen, when I do it, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna give you the credit right there in my every video that I start using, and I'm gonna give you the credit for it. Man, I'm like, yo, this is the guy that I did watch it before, and finally, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna do my tutorials in English and Spanish, and I'm gonna see. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, and definitely, I'm gonna put you in the map. I'm gonna help you whatever I can, man. On getting all, because you did definitely, man. Like, look, it's already what? Oh my God, 2 o'clock. we said we got so much, we talk. I've been talking to you like I know you for forever, man. We got so much to talk to, and what I'm saying is that what you're doing, you should be able to have so much subscriber. And anyway, I know that you're gonna be doing great and just fine. Just keep putting more videos. The key to me, I think, is keep putting every video. Whatever you got idea, put it. Don't think about. Just keep. Right now, look. That's why I asked you. I'm like, that idea came out right away. I'm like, man, it's cool. It would be cool if I record. He's doing me a podcast. What about I do a live streaming? If I do my live streaming and people are still here on my thing, on my watching it, and I look and it's 3 hours streaming, and I've done streaming like that where I do Q&A that I get caught up and talking for 2-3 hours, but yeah, and I leave it. And the cool thing about the live streaming, I got a camera that is called Mevo, and it records 4K, and it has a SIM card, and but it records 1080, and it has an extended battery for 10 hours, and then you use the phone as a monitor, so you not only you live stream with good quality 1080 recording live streaming, but also the camera breaks into 9 different cameras. So whatever you want to zoom in into something you're showing, it will do it automatically. Or if you have people talking, whoever is talking, it will switch to that camera. So anyway, what I'm saying is, back to what you should be like, what you should do also is like get one of those cameras, do the podcast, and record yourself. Not only talking like that, but it'd be cool I see you talking. You know what I mean? Like, get one of those camera and put it on YouTube, and they could visualize you, at least even if it's not the other person in the other line, but they could see you talking, because it's cool. Like I was expecting, I was like, at least I'm gonna, maybe the podcast is gonna be talking and I could see him, and I was so that'd be great too. So what I did, I'm like, man, I'm gonna put over here my live streaming, and the people, even though they don't know English, but there's other people that follow me, American people that follow me. I'm like, more than welcome to follow me. But before I did that, I wanna, with your consent, with your consentment, agreement. I'm like, I don't. Let me see if you allow me to record it, and I have it there. And it's great because now people, they're gonna not only see you when they see the conversation and everything. My followers, they're very, very supportive, man. Especially my Latin community, especially when you were there and you were talking in Spanish, they were loving you already. They were like, "Oh, boxeo, see the boxeo." So I know, man. The minute the minute they see that I was talking with you 3 hours, they know that we were having a real conversation. That you know what I mean. They gonna understand that you don't even have to know Spanish. English, so they could comprehend. Especially when they see you doing your haircuts. And trust me, the people that I tell them follow, they follow. And then the people tell me, Jeff, ever since you do that interview to me, people a lot of follow me. My Instagram went nuts, because. And I'm like, I don't really. I just put your name and follow him, because that's what I do. I put each name, and I'm like, oh, what's your social media? And I put it, and then I edit it, and I put the titles, the name, and then yeah, those ideas. Just like that's what I'm saying. Like whatever you think that is gonna be cheesy or it's not gonna make sense. That's what the most reason you should be able to do it, man. Like how you were telling me about the edge ups, or you did the collabo and the SIM card didn't want to work. That's for more reason you should. That's why I do all kinds of video. My wife is like, you're doing every video for everything. She's like, it's like we're going over here. You got them doing a video. What's that, for the blog or the Q&A or for what, tutorial or picking what, something at the beauty supply?
I know, so people can come over here and watch my crazy videos.
Yeah, man. But they I'm telling you, what you're doing, you know what you're doing. But like I said, even with the MMA, man, that's interesting. I'm about to hump in your videos and check them, all of them, even from the MMA, because I do watch. Is that Conor McGregor has to be with the MMA too?
Yeah, he fights MMA.
Okay, so yeah, that and I like Diaz. What you think about those two?
Which one?
Do you think that will ever be because I know they already fought 2 times, but you think there will ever be the third one, the Diaz and Conor McGregor?
Yeah. I think maybe. I think if it happens, maybe 2 years from now, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. But I know Nate Diaz, he's fighting Jorge Masvidal in November.
He's fighting. I know he just fought recently someone, right?
Masvidal or Diaz?
Diaz.
Yeah, he just fought Anthony Pettis.
And he won that one easily, right?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. They're fighting. He's fighting Jorge Masvidal in New York, so you might be able to go watch that one. Go to Madison Square Garden. And
finally, the New York could be formerly known as New York is actually known as New York. But I was gonna say now who you have if Diaz and Conor fight again in that one?
I still kind of have to go with Conor.
Yeah.
It's actually funny. I picked Conor to win the first fight, and he lost. Then I picked Conor to win the second fight, and he won the second fight. It's funny because what he did in the second fight is exactly what I said that he should do, and he did it and he won. But I think he'll win again if they were to fight again.
Now in boxing, Mayweather and Pacquiao, what's up with that?
It's obvious. Mayweather won.
No. I know Mayweather won, but I'm saying, you think still because there's who's out there, Triple G, right? But now Triple G he has actually he didn't win. He got a tight one. Who he was with that one?
Who Triple G?
He fought with someone that it was an even. It was a split. And also Canelo.
He fight Sergey Kovalev. They're talking about this. Canelo might be moving moving up to light heavyweight to fight Kovalev. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. My favorite boxer of all time, Tyson, and then Holyfield.
Tyson and Holyfield?
Yeah.
Those are your you say favorite fighters or your favorite fight?
Favorite fighters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then when they became those fight back in '97, I hate to say it, and I'm like, I want my favorite before Holyfield was Tyson, but then when that fight happened, the first one, I was like, man, I want Holyfield to beat Tyson. You see, it was unbeatable, and then when he did it was like, but then when he went back, I'm like, okay, I want Tyson to win, but then I saw Tyson that he couldn't heck it. I was like, oh my god! But just the furious, the how strong, how remarkable, how fearless, how he's man. It is, and then the Holyfield, how calm, collected, and determined, and so well prepared too. It's crazy. He's still. I seen him. I'm a Christian, so I seen him. He goes to this church that they do live streaming on Sundays, Creflo Dollar, and so he's there. I see him in the live stream, and I'm like, oh, that's my champ right there at the church, and he's a big believer, and I kind of, you know what I mean, like it's good to see him. He's still there, and he's a big believer and all that. And then I see Tyson that he's doing his thing. He's a big. When you know the real him, kind of you could tell that like how goofy and I knew him from when they do the Hangover, the movie. That that's the good nights that he wanted to be normal, relax, and have fun. The side of him, because when he was in the boxing, man, it was fearless. That guy was just. I was like, man, to get in and that was the talk of the barbershop. Would you take $1 million to get hit by Tyson? And I'm like,
yeah, I know everybody was talking about this.
But yeah, man, nah, man, I would love to keep talking over here with you, man. We gotta keep talking, man. Besides the podcast, if you want me to do another interview or podcast again, more than welcome.
Yeah,
but we definitely.
We'll come back on.
Yeah, man, we definitely gotta keep in touch and keep talking. Hopefully, I would like to meet you in person too, and hopefully do a podcast live with the cameras and whatever, man. It'd be great.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'm excited. I got going, and of course, we'll definitely link up again soon because I'll be getting those Angus Masters, and of course, I'm gonna do a classic product review.
Please don't forget to do the video of how to calibrate the blades of the yeah, and also you should show that too, how you did the invention of the oyster, and exactly what you told me. That sounds very good too. That I want to see it, and I'm sure I haven't heard no one with that too. So you be the first one with those two right there right away. The detachables, how to calibrate it, and then how to do it, the ceramic blade from how you told me how you have it. I'm telling you.
That would be a good video because I just realized there's some things that I did when swapping them over that I wish I would have known before I did it. But yeah, I'll definitely do that in the video. I'll do that for Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, man. We're gonna man. I like I said, it was so good talking. I knew that it was gonna be good talking to you, man. I knew it, and it's just definitely we gotta link up something in the future, and it'd be great to do the podcast right there, like with a table and mics and have the machines and yeah, I'm telling you. And everything else that you got in mind to get it done.
Yeah, one day it will happen.
And hey, who knows, man? I like to. Besides when I went to Virginia, I used to travel a lot in the plane, and but then it was a while, and I went to Virginia in the plane last time, but going and back, oh my God, didn't like it at all. I was like, I guess the seminars of me teaching seminars in different countries, it's not gonna happen because I'm not gonna be flying. But then I went to Florida, I went on JetBlue, and the flight was a lot better. So I was like, okay. So I don't mind going. If I ever have to go to Texas, I like to go check different country, states. So definitely, who knows, man? One day I pay you a visit, or if you ever come around close here, you know, my doors will be open. So yeah, man, we could definitely have to link up.
For sure. All right, guys. So that's it. Me and Jeff, we are out of here. We'll see Jeff in another podcast. We'll get Jeff on here again after I get my hands on the Masters and after we talk a little bit more.
Yeah, man, for sure. New York. Hey. Oh, do you watch football by any chance?
No, I do not watch football.
Yeah, because I'm a big football. And guess where I'm? What state? Okay, you don't watch football, but you know who Tom Brady is, right?
Yeah, you know it's funny you say that. Damn, we need to just hang up the phone. You know what? You know, if I do watch, I like watching the Patriots. I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah.
They got now. You know who Antonio Brown is, right?
Yeah, I heard about this guy. Like I didn't really know who he was until like the last couple weeks, like all the drama and stuff.
Yeah. So with more reason they hate the Patriots. They already hate us as it is. Now we're having him. He's so good, but then with the drama, more hateration.
So is it like almost like the Warriors when they got Kevin Durant type thing?
Listen, the Patriots are the Chicago Bulls in 96, 97, that era, like that. Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan is Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
But you do know the Bulls, they couldn't be beat though when they had Jordan. Like they didn't lose at all.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's how it is with Tom Brady. Tom Brady got 6 rings, and he could have had more. And it's just most of the time it was the other 2-3 times they have lost. Out of the freaking 15 times they've been in the postseason and the championships, out of the 8, we won 6, and the other 2, it's been those pure catch luck. But hey, a win is a win. I cannot say nothing else. Even whatever they say. Oh, they cheat, man's lie, woman lie, but the proof is in the pudding. We're still winning, you know what I mean? It's like, that's how, to me, that's how I compare it. Michael Jordan and Tom Brady is like that. They're like, I mean, Jordan, you know how Jordan have that logo of him in the air? They're going to have eventually some sneakers of Tom Brady throwing the ball or something, man. Like, yeah, man, that's to me. But yeah, man. I don't want to. If you let me, I keep talking over here. Forget it. I teach. But yeah, man. You have my number. You know what's up. You could call me. We could catch up and keep talking more. And if you have any question, feel free. And definitely, I'm gonna send you all the support that I can from over here on this side. And yeah, man, I definitely the minute that I get the Masters, we're gonna definitely we gotta talk. And then when I get my Andy Supra, you know that I'm gonna call you for sure, so you could help me out.
All right, guys. It's been me, your man. I do it, and Jeff. Go follow him if you haven't done so already. We're getting out of here. We'll holler later, Jeff.
Later, New York. All right, peace. Have a good night.